side feels like 99, probably feels like about 110 down there on that turfed field. Well, the Rangers looking for win number 1 of the season. They are 0-5 as they come home for homecoming here in 2021. The Boll Weevils of Arkansas Monticello come in touting a 3-2 record, but there's a lot behind those numbers that we'll talk about next as the E&J Financial pregame show kicks off following this timeout. You're listening to Ranger Football right here on the Blue Sky Media Network.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
We are right in the swing of football season in Alva, Oklahoma, and Holder Drug has everything you need for your tailgates this year. Whether you support Goldbugs, Rangers, or both, Holder Drug has it all. Holder Drug also wants to remind you that fall is right around the corner. They have several new pieces of decor for your home for the new season. As always, the fountain has daily specials available and offer delivery on your medication. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, is here to help. Millions of Americans have common vision problems that can easily be corrected. Find a window of time to schedule your eye exam today. For more information, visit visionsource-alvavisionclinic.com or call us to schedule an appointment at 580-327-2393. That's 327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Do you still have a bank CD? This is Whitney Gum with E&J Financial. Did you know there are other options that offer downside protection with the ability to generate much better returns? If you're unhappy with your CD rate, call our office today to schedule your complimentary review at 580-327-2552 or visit one of our offices in Woodward, Stillwater, Adair, or right here in Alva.
Welcome back, Ranger Nation. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. The E&J Financial pregame show rolls on as we stare down the barrel of Northwestern and Arkansas Monticello. One of the better matchups for Northwestern since joining the Great American Conference. This will be all-time the 11th meeting between these two teams. Right now the series is knotted up at 5-5, but Northwestern holds a 3-2 advantage in the series here in Alva. So Northwestern has won 3, lost 2 when playing here at Ranger Field. Northwestern is 4-2 since joining Division II against Arkansas Monticello, and the Rangers' last meeting with the Boll Weevils resulted in a 28-0 victory for Northwestern. Now, Dustin, it could be a score fest. These two teams average just shy of 60 points apiece when playing each other. So watch out for these two explosive offenses today.
No question. And outside of the 28-0, you look at it, how close a lot of these games have been. This has been the one team that really Northwestern has gone toe-to-toe with. You look at the game in 2018, it was 44-36. A lot of last-second possessions for these games, 37-35, a loss here at Alva, 59-56 in 2016, 52-31, I know, at Monticello. But then before that, it was 34-28 here in Alva in 2014. So a lot of these games have been within one possession, and it won't surprise me if that's kind of the case again here today, especially with the way the Rangers, again, can score some points. But also you look at Arkansas Monticello's offense, a very, very good quarterback on the other side for the Boll Weevils.
Yeah, a young man by the name of DeMylan Brown really puts on a show offensively. He is the straw that stirs the drink, if you will, for this Arkansas Monticello Boll Weevil team, and he will be playing, like we said, at quarterback. He's a run-throw threat, run-throw option, big run threat type of quarterback. So Northwestern will have their hands full defensively trying to keep him contained for sure, but don't discount the quarterback on the other side of the field. Tanner Clarkson shown himself to be a very adept runner himself, not afraid to challenge a defense in the secondary, put his head down and get some yards. In fact, of all the things we've seen Tanner do this season, Dustin, we've seen him go skyward about 3 times. We have not seen him slide as of yet, so no fear in Tanner Clarkson to run the ball.
No, there certainly isn't, and I mean, you talked about it. He can get it done through the air, but he also he's a good patient runner. I think he picks his times when to run, and a lot of times is when the play's breaking down, or we've seen a lot of read option kind of be installed here in the last few weeks for Northwestern. I expect that to be the case here again today with Tanner Clarkson. And you mentioned DeMylan Brown. Not only is he thrown for 1,000 yards on the season for the Weevils, but you look at it, he is their leading rusher and a guy who rushed for over 100 yards last week. He's got nearly 400 on the season, 6 touchdowns, so a guy that can score and averaging nearly 80 yards per game. So this is a great matchup, I think, at quarterback, but really 2 completely different quarterbacks. Clarkson a lot of times gets to get a lot of his yards through the air. On the other side, Brown really going to try and do it on the ground game.
One of the guys that we're going to keep our eyes on in this game as well, in addition to DeMylan Brown for Arkansas Monticello, you've got to know every offensive play, where is number 18 for the Rangers? That's the big man, Gavin Garner, the wide receiver, who at this point in the season seems to be uncoverable. Most of the time, if Gavin's not making great catches, he's drawing pass interference penalties. I think he could be a big staple for the Ranger offense today.
No question. Garner's had good numbers so far this year. In fact, he's got 5 touchdowns. 2 of those were against Ouachita Baptist in the loss last week, but he's averaging nearly 100 yards per game, right at about 94, which I believe is, 4th or 5th best in the conference. And it's funny, you talk about the quarterback matchup, the receiver matchup. Arkansas Monticello has got a fantastic receiver as well, and C.J. Parham, the senior. He's has over 450 yards receiving on the season. He's averaging has 4 touchdowns, and he's averaging over 90 yards per game. So a good quarterback matchup, but also a good wide receiver matchup. Those 2 guys are going to be the keys today to keep an eye on defensively for both teams.
Parham is 5th in the Great American Conference in touchdowns. Gavin Garner is currently 4th, and Garner is also 3rd in the conference in receiving yards per game. More to come on this game day breakdown here at Homecoming Week on the campus of Northwestern Oklahoma State University. The E&J Financial pregame show rolls on next.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Most people prefer honest, friendly, prompt service from local folks they can trust. Sure, it sounds simple, but that's not always what you get. At K&K Body Works in Alva, you'll receive just that. Expert service and collision repair from a business you can trust. Since 1958, K&K Body Works' goal is to make our auto body service as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, they do every job with the highest level of professionalism. Get your free estimate today by visiting kandkbodyworks.com or stop by in person at 301 Flynn Street right here in Alva.
Your hometown Alva Walmart is proud to support Northwestern Oklahoma State University athletics. Everyday low price is the cornerstone of our strategy, and our price focus has never been stronger. Today's customer seeks the convenience of one-stop shopping that we offer, from grocery and entertainment to sporting goods and crafts. We provide the deep assortment that our customers appreciate, whether they're shopping online at walmart.com, through one of our mobile apps, or shopping in our store. The Alva Walmart likes to wish the best of luck to all Ranger and Lady Ranger teams this season.
Don't be at risk with your home, farm, or business this year because of faulty wiring. Call the experts at Northwest Electric at 580-327-3201. Northwest Electric is a trusted name in the electrical industry and should be your choice locally for all your electrical needs. Daryl, David, and Scott have over 100 years of combined electrical experience and been serving you beyond the call of duty for over 40 years. So stop by their showroom in the downtown square in Alva to browse for your electrical needs. Northwest Electric, where we don't do all the business, just yours.
Welcome back, Ranger Nation. Matt Adair, Dustin Goodnow here at Ranger Field for homecoming week as Northwestern prepares to take on Arkansas Monticello. This is the E&J Financial pregame show. Dustin's got a couple of scores from action already underway this week in the Great American Conference.
Yeah, a lot of these games kicking off at 2 o'clock today, Matt. Southern Nazarene, Harding, no surprise here. Harding on top of Southern Nazarene, 13:39 to go, third quarter. It's 35-3. A tight one, though, in Russellville. Oklahoma Baptist leading Arkansas Tech 21-17 the beginning of the third quarter. Ouachita Baptist, again, on the road just south of here, about an hour and 45 minutes in Weatherford, Oklahoma. It's 21-10, Ouachita Baptist against Southwestern. East Central being manhandled right now in the third quarter in Arkadelphia. It's 38-7. Henderson State, 13:33 to go in the third quarter. Also a game nearing halftime. Southeastern on top of Southern Arkansas right now, 17-9, as Southeastern trying to keep pace with Henderson State at 4-1 on the season, trying to make it 5 with a win here today on the road. Again, homecoming in Magnolia as well.
Well, there you have it, folks. We're going to turn things over to Michael Westbrook and the boys and throw the Great American Conference Rewind show here in the E&J Financial pregame. They'll take a look at all the action that's slated for today in the Great American Conference and give us a recap on the week that was for Great American Conference football.
This past week in the Great American Conference, Arkansas Tech recorded its first win, 51-41 against Southern Nazarene. Tech quarterback Jack Lindsey threw 3 touchdown passes. Here's his 40-yard connection with Drew Wade with 11 seconds to play in the first half.
Lindsey takes the snap, throws right side. It is caught by Wade. Oh. Wade is free down the sideline. 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Arkansas Tech, as the defender went for the interception, did not get it, and that left Drew Wade all alone with nothing between him and the end zone but green artificial turf, and the Wonder Boys have added to their lead with 19 seconds left in the half.
That's Sam Strassner on River Country, KCJC. Tech running back Caleb Beatty ran for 73 yards. Receivers Joy Ryan Chase, Brennan Lewis, and Wade all caught touchdown passes. East Central is 4-1 after a 38-17 home win against Southern Arkansas. ECU wide receiver Miles Davis and quarterback Kenny Hernser set the tone early, connecting on the game's opening drive for a 33-yard touchdown.
Kenny takes a snap, looks left, throws out into the left flat. He's got Miles, escapes the first potential tackle, then the second, then the third. First down and more down the sidelines and cuts in at the 10 to the 5 to the goal line. He is in. Touchdown, Tigers. That, folks, was 90% Miles Davis. An elusive young man, they could not bring him down.
That's Mike Manis on the Tigers Sports Network and 105.5 The X Factor. Davis totaled 4 touchdowns, 1 through the air and 3 on the ground. Devin Roush led the defense with 8 tackles. Monticello defeated Southwestern 18-16 in a game that had 2 safeties. With Southwestern driving with 6:49 remaining in the game, Monticello's Tyrone Brumfield took the ball away from the Bulldogs.
Second down and 22. Griffin again, straight back. Here comes the blitz coming up the middle. Running right, throws, it's going to be intercepted at the 22, up to the 25-yard line. On the interception for the Weevils is Tyrone Brumfield, and he may have helped seal the deal for the Weevils here this afternoon as the defense comes up huge once again for the Weevils today.
That's Jimmy Sledge on KHMB 93.7 in Monticello. Monticello had a 13-play drive to run out the final 6:49 of the game for the win. Weevil QB DeMylan Brown ran for 127 yards and a touchdown, and he passed for another 150 and a score. Harding beat Oklahoma Baptist 31-7. Harding blocked a punt with time winding down in the first half for a scoop and score special teams touchdown.
4th and 5, high snap. The punt is blocked. It is scooped up. It'll go as a Harding touchdown. Touchdown, Harding. And the Bisons, after the block, it was blocked by Cooper Carroll, and it was recovered by Cooper Carroll, and he takes it into the end zone for the touchdown, Harding.
Billy Morgan on the Harding Sports Network. That was part of Harding's 24-point second quarter. Cole Chansey led the offensive attack with 103 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ouachita Baptist won 64-17 against Northwestern. Offensive Player of the Week, running back Isaac Edwards, had the game's final score on a 1-play drive.
There's Edwards back, and there he may go! 45-50, 45-40, 35-30, 25-20, 15, 10, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Promised land, touchdown. He just went all the way. He went 72 yards.
That's Rex Nelson on the Ouachita Football Network. Edwards played in just the second half and rushed for 190 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ouachita rushed for 442 yards and averaged 10 yards a carry. Henderson is the last unbeaten team at 5-0 after its 27-24 win against Southeastern. On 3rd and 5, late in the game, Henderson's defense got to the Savage Storm quarterback for a big sack.
Hatley takes the snap, looking right the whole time. Brought down from behind by the Reddies in the backfield. Shaq Robinson.
Blake Smith on the Henderson State Sports Network. The Reddies would run out the last 5 minutes of the game. Deldrick Shields was named GAC Defensive Player of the Week. He recorded 11 tackles in his first career start for Henderson. And Timo Martinez was named Special Teams Player of the Week for the second consecutive week. He made 2 field goals and all 3 extra points. This week in the Great American Conference, 4-1 East Central at 5-0 Henderson, Oklahoma Baptist at Arkansas Tech, Southern Nazarene at Harding, Southeastern Oklahoma at Southern Arkansas, Ouachita at Southwestern, and Arkansas Monticello at Northwestern. I'm Michael Westbrook. Join us again next week on this station for another edition of the GAC Football Rewind.
Farmers are the backbone of our country, especially right here in Western Oklahoma. And we've got our farmers' backs at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. We are here to serve all needs to our farmers and ranchers with livestock loans, rural loans, real estate loans, operating loans, and of course, agribusiness loans. Serving our farmers since 1916 at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. Call or come by today and speak to one of our loan officers in Alva, Anadarko, Clinton, Elk City, Guyman, Tuttle, and Woodward.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft has been locally owned and operated for 36 years, and they offer a full line of award-winning brands like Chevy, Buick, and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come and see us right here in Alva. We're located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
G&G Home Furnishings in Alva proudly supports all Alva and Northwestern activities. G&G wants to remind you their store is dedicated to helping you find the perfect pieces to fit your home or business needs. Right now, G&G has several new fall decor pieces to choose from for your living room. They are also now carrying appliances from brands such as LG, Samsung, GE, and Electrolux. For more information, check out their Facebook page for new arrivals or visit their website at gnghomefurnishings.com or stop by and see them in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Myth. All cell phone providers have the same coverage. Fact. Cell phone carriers are not created equal. Most carriers put their focus on national and metro areas, while employees at Pioneer Cellular put their focus on you. At Pioneer Cellular, they have over 400 cell phone towers that are located where you need them the most. You are covered, and that's the truth. Call today, 800-641-2732, or visit gopioneer.com to learn more about the Pioneer Cellular coverage.
Welcome back, Ranger Nation. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow, high above Ranger Field in the Dean Linder press box on this windy day in Alva, Oklahoma. Homecoming week rolling on here into game time. We're about 10 minutes away from kicking this one off between Northwestern and the University of Arkansas, Monticello.
You know, Matt, it's exciting with homecoming obviously being here. You know, I know it's Alva's homecoming this weekend. I know they played last night, not the result they were looking for against Luther, but you had the homecoming parade today, a lot of fun. It was so many good Rangers back, you know, a lot of current students, a lot of alumni. It was great seeing everybody back again because, you know, you didn't get to have this last year. So it had been 2 years since we had a good Ranger homecoming, and it was a terrific crowd today at the parade. Went very well, and I expect it to be a good crowd here today. I know it's going to be a little bit hot, but the good thing is it's going to be a little windy. Maybe that breeze will kind of help cool you off, and if you're up on the tiers, you're going to be enjoying yourself either way.
Yeah, no doubt about that. So, I mean, it is a little bit warm for an October Saturday afternoon, 99 degrees. Currently our temperature here in Alva. Let's take a look at a little bit more behind this Northwestern Arkansas Monticello matchup. Dustin, the Rangers drew a rough schedule to start the season. In fact, they have played 5 of the conference's top 6 teams to start this season. The only team Northwestern hasn't played the top 6 so far is Harding, who is ranked number 2. Of course, the Rangers are 0-5 right now with losses to Southern Arkansas, who was ranked 5th in the preseason conference poll, Henderson State, who was ranked 3rd, Oklahoma Baptist, who was ranked 4th, Ouachita Baptist, who was ranked 1st. Arkansas Monticello will be the Rangers' first opponent from the bottom half of the preseason rankings. On the other side of that coin, Arkansas Monticello has played 3 teams in that bottom half. They have 3 wins to show for it. They have won against Southern Nazarene, Arkansas Tech, and Southwestern. They've lost to Oklahoma Baptist and Henderson State. They lost to Oklahoma Baptist by 25 in a 45-20 shootout, and then lost to Henderson State 58-18, a 40-point margin. On their wins, they beat Southern Nazarene by 7, beat Arkansas Tech by 7, and squeaked out a win against Southwestern by just 2 points. So even though Arkansas Monticello is touting a much better record at 3-2, they have yet to have been tested to the degree that the Rangers have so far, and in the times that they were, they did not perform well.
No, you're absolutely right. And the one thing about it, you got to give credit to the Weevils, is they did win those games, and that's sometimes what you have to do is you win close games. And the game against Southwestern, it's an ugly football game. You win at 18-16. I know they had some safeties in that game. They trailed 8-0 for most of the first half, wound up winning it, though. So, I mean, credit the Weevils. They have won those close games, those games that really, it's almost like a coin flip. And that's kind of the same thing you've got here today. Rangers being at home, they have that advantage. They have it also with it being homecoming. And it's, again, against the team that they had some success against. So, but I think this one, it could end up ultimately coming down to who has the ball in the final possession. And that's what the Weevils some of their wins have been like. And they've had the ball in the final possession. They've been able to get those wins. And then in 3 of those, 5 games.
The last time Northwestern was at home, a heartbreaking loss in overtime against East Central, who, by the way, was preseason ranked number 6 in the conference, playing very well. So like I said, the Rangers have not played anybody outside that top 6 until today. But that game came right down to the wire. Northwestern kicked a field goal in overtime. East Central scored a touchdown and won the game. Tough loss here at home on Family Day, and now the Rangers looking to totally redeem themselves here in front of a homecoming crowd at Ranger Field.
They certainly are. I mean, you look at, the game last week was tough at Watchtower. Gets puts back 30 minutes because of some weather. And really, the Rangers were out of that game in the opening bell. It ends up being 35-3 at one point in the game. 64-17 was the final. And you have to wonder what kind of the mindset is of a team when you're 0-5. Nothing seems to be working for you. You hope that the Rangers can put some of those losses behind them, those blowout losses in the early going, and know that the back end of this schedule, you've got some games where you could really change your momentum, and a lot of these games are winnable, especially at home, even though you have some on the road as well, too. Some of those games on the road are winnable as well.
The Rangers have been playing better and better each week. We'll see if they get over the hump here against Arkansas Monticello today. Another timeout in the E&J Financial pregame show. When we're back, we'll have Dustin Goodnow's keys to the game. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by E&J Financial here at the pregame show on the Blue Sky Media Network.
Are you craving a delicious breakfast to start your day off right? Then 818 Diner in Alva is the place for you. 818 Diner serves all your favorite breakfast items like the 818 combo, pancakes, plus chicken and waffles. Swing through their drive-thru for a quick breakfast sandwich, biscuits and gravy, delicious hot and chocolate-fed lattes, or other espresso drinks. Open every day except Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come by and see us at 818 Oklahoma Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Integris Bass Baptist Health Center wishes the Northwestern Rangers the best of luck in this year's football season. We know injuries sometimes happen, and we want you to remember that Integris Health offers top-notch orthopedic care with Dr. Brett Fry, located in Enid. Integris Bass Baptist Health Center provides leading-edge treatment to keep you moving and get you back in the game. For your orthopedic needs, insist on Integris.
Are you looking for a healthy, tasty energy boost or a delicious protein shake that tastes like ice cream? Come into Northwest Nutrition and give us a try, or ask us about our 24 line. It's what all the athletes in the NFL are using, and it's NSF certified. Northwest Nutrition is located across the street from Northwestern Oklahoma State, next to the BCM. Students also get a daily discount. In a hurry? You can text your order to 580-732-0796. Good luck this year to all our Rangers and Lady Rangers from everyone at Northwest Nutrition.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 5 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back, Ranger football fans. Matt Adair, Dustin Goodnow. The E&J Financial pregame show rolls on. Dustin, it's that time of the day. Time to take a look at what it's going to take for the Rangers to find victory today. The Dustin Goodnow keys to the game.
Oh, I think one of them is obviously getting off to a good start. I mean, the Rangers have not been able to do that much, really, in all their losses in those 5 games. You know, you go back to the very first game against Southern Arkansas. You scored on the opening drive. It got down really early to Ouachita Baptist. And here's the thing, utilize that crowd. Crowd is going to be behind you today. It's going to be an exciting crowd. They're going to be really into it, especially with it being homecoming. I think keeping your emotions in check is going to be part of that, not playing, up too high, I think, in the game. On the other side, defensively, Rangers have got to, stop the running game. We've struggled to stop the run. You look at the game against Ouachita Baptist, Rangers give up 448 yards, 190 of those to the 4th-string tailback for the Tigers. And it's going to be stopping DeMylan Brown. I mean, he's going to carry the ball a lot today. But not only that, Devontae Dean, they're very good tailback as well. He's another key. And, figuring out a way to keep C.J. Parham out of the end zone and keep the ball out of his hands. So the tough assignment is going to be for those cornerbacks, guys like Dax Benway and Isaiah Baker. I'm anxious to see who matches up with him. So I think, to me, those are some of the keys, I think, to the matchup with Arkansas Monticello.
I agree. And talking with Matt Walter on Wednesday, he'd mentioned that for this Monticello team, the nose guard is the leading tackler on the squad, and the backup nose guard is the second leading tackler. So obviously they have got a strong anchor right there in the middle of that defensive line. I would say that the Ranger offensive line has got to do its part in try and keep those guys away from ball carriers and quarterbacks today. That may help as well. We'll see what happens here in the coin toss as the coin is flipped. It looks like they're talking to Monticello first, so UAM may have won this coin toss, and in fact, they did. So we will see what they have decided to do. Monticello has elected to receive, so we'll see the Ranger defense first. Dustin, let's turn the page over and take a look at the starting lineups for both of our squads today.
Yeah, we'll start with Arkansas Monticello offensively from left to right across the offensive line. Left tackle Dominic Lange. At left guard, it'll be, again, Jackson Bray. At center, it'll be Jacob Holland. Right guard, Wallace Smith. At right tackle, Hunter Grimes. Quarterback, talked about him a lot. We'll say his name a lot today. DeMylan Brown. Tailback, Devontae Dean. The tight end will be DeAndre Washington. The receivers, Isaiah Cross, LeCedric Smith, and C.J. Parham. Defensively, Ray McGetter and Tajee Gilbert, you talked about. Easton Seidel, again, is going to be another one of those guys to keep an eye on. Seidel, at the other defensive tackle spot. C.J. Everett at the other defensive end. The linebackers, Akil Beard, also one of those other linebacker spots for Arkansas Monticello will be Justin Lejay. And the others, so again, those are the two linebackers. At the nickel spot will be Chasen Traylor. At the two safeties, Bryce Anthony, Marshall Lloyd. Then the two cornerbacks, Levante Champ and DeQuan Street for Arkansas Monticello. Matt, for the Rangers.
For the Rangers, starting with the Ranger offense, left to right across the offensive line, you've got Sunday Dang returning to the lineup as the left tackle for the Rangers.
That's big for Northwestern.
That is a big one. Left guard will be Damaris Warren. Center, of course, is Sam Gentry. Right guard is Josh Baker. Right tackle, Cavante McGowan. Your quarterback will be Tanner Clarkson. Tailback, Damon Williams. We'll see if he's going to be back there. We've heard some talk beforehand that Damon may be a bit nicked up, so we do expect to see Calyon Baker back in the lineup at some point today. Backup will be Darian Gill. Tight end will be Matt Caputo, and then your wide receiving core will consist of Torrance Stevens, Devon Blair, and Gavin Garner, but expect to see Romello Bentley, Nate Briscoe, and Braden Reichert quite a bit today as well, in addition to those starting three. Defensively for the Rangers, left end Chima Oz, nose guard Juan Lycia, tackle Brian Holiday, right end Nehemiah Lewis, linebackers James Ellis and Wasey Williams, and Bryce Mack, and then, of course, your defensive backfield, Alex Aaron, Sam Long, Dax Benway, and Isaiah Baker.
Well, back deep, it looks like Dorian Manuel on the near side as far as the kick returner. I believe the other side is going to be the wide receiver Isaiah Wright on the far side, number 4.
That is correct. So the Rangers will put toe to leather, high end-over-end kick, and with the wind, this one is headed into the back of the end zone. A touchback to start things off the foot of Nick Dill as he sends that one into the crowd back behind the home end zone. The Rangers going right to left across your radio dial. That will draw an end to the E&J Financial pregame show, and you're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma. Ranger defense on the field to start things off. DeMylan Brown in the backfield. Looks like Devontae Dean. Well, that may not be Dean. It's the tailback right now. Try and get a look. Brown will be out of the shotgun, drops back, throws over the middle, looking for his tight end. It's incomplete. DeAndre Washington, the intended target that time. No go on first down. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, looking for Washington on the slant route. Brown had him, just threw that one a little bit behind him. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 now.
Gennaro Scott, the running back, and they'll throw complete to the tight end this time at the 30-yard line. Hit immediately and brought down a gain of 5. Going to mark him forward to the 31, give him 6 on a completed pass. That time, Washington able to reel it in. Washington's a big target, too. 6'4", 230-pound guy. They've gone to him in back-to-back plays. Brown again out of the gun. Scott in the backfield with him. Gennaro Scott will take the handoff, spins away from a tackle at the 30, and then gets plowed at the 35. Hard hit by the Rangers. Not enough to stop the first down run, though. 5 yards picked up will bring up 1st and 10 for the Boll Weevils.
And that's tough, Matt, because the Rangers had 2 opportunities there to bring down the tailback and not able to get him, and that would have forced a 3 and out, but instead Arkansas Monticello is going to pick up their first down of the game.
Gennaro Scott still in the backfield. We expected the starting tailback to be Devontae Dean. We have not seen him yet. Snap back to Brown, throws near side, complete, slips the tackle at the 39, across the 40, across the 45, and he's going to be wrapped up and tackled. That is Parham making his first grab of the day. Braxton Kearns on the tackle for the Rangers, and Parham, he's slippery.
Yeah, he certainly is. Got away from a couple tacklers there, and looked like the Rangers would have had him bottled up for 4 or 5 yards, but Parham showing what type of receiver he is and able to pick up 9.
Out of the shotgun set for Brown, 2 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Tight set, 1 man in the backfield. Snap back, Brown surveying, throws complete at the 45-yard line in Ranger territory. Tackle made by Sam Long, and I believe that's Cedric Smith on the reception. His first of the day.
Yeah, good catch by Cedric Smith, able to pick up a first down. And boy, they're just going to come out throwing it, kind of almost like what East Central did against us, Matt.
Spread formation again, 2 right, 2 left. Scott in the backfield to the right of Brown. They will hand off to Scott. Big hole across the 40 to the 35, spinning and then down at the 30-yard line. And that one was just a run off the left tackle, Dustin, but there was a lot of real estate out there as Scott just ran through a couple of arm tackles before he finally got hit. They want to play tempo now as Brown takes the snap. Hand off to Scott again, going left side, looking for the corner. Hit at the 28-yard line, dives forward across the 25 and gets almost to the 20-yard line, brought down at the 22. Pickup of 7 will bring up 2nd down and 3. And again, Monticello already back to the line, going fast. 4 wideouts, 1 man in the backfield. Brown calling for it, and now Monticello's going to jump, and that will hold things up.
In fact, I think they actually replaced Gennaro Scott, brought in another tailback, Chris Smith Jr., which he's only had 15 carries. I'm looking through our notes and everything, and I don't really have much on Gennaro Scott. So a couple of guys who typically are not getting a whole lot of runs, getting a lot here on the first series of the game for Monticello.
Devontae Dean missing in action. 2 different tight ends. The one in the game right now, like Dustin said, is Chris Smith Jr., and they will hand off to Smith Jr. running left. He'll get across the 25-yard line, just puts his head down and bowls forward into the Ranger defense. A pickup of about 5 on the play. We'll bring up 3rd down, and we'll call it 4. One of the offensive linemen lost his hat. That's Hunter Grimes, headed to the sideline, going to be replaced this play. Monticello slowed their pace just a bit, but Brown bringing his team back to the line. Looks like we're going to go back to the starting tailback. That's Scott in the backfield. 2 wideouts left, 2 wideouts right. 4 down linemen for the Rangers. Hand off to Scott, makes the corner across the 25, beats a tackler to the 20, outside to the 15, to the 10, and he's finally going to be shoved out of bounds. Run out by I think that's Alejandro Aaron.
What an impressive opening drive here for the Weevils is very balanced, completing some passes, also hitting some big gains in the running game right now as they've got it first and goal inside the 10.
One dropped pass on the first play of the game, the only play that has not gone for positive yardage for the Weevils. Like Dustin said, first down and goal to go. Ball at the 8. Brown out of the gun, takes the snap, drops back, surveys, throws over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. That was taken away by Braxton Kearns. That's his second interception of the year, and Braxton Kearns just kind of came right in front of that route, took the ball out of the hands of the wide receiver, and the Rangers will have it first and 10 at the 10-yard line.
Well, that's a huge defensive stop by Northwestern because Arkansas Monticello just moving the ball at will in the opening possession. And you're right, Braxton Kearns just took it away from the eligible receiver that time, and I think it was the tailback he was looking for, Scott. And, boy, Kearns makes a heck of a play for his second interception of the season. Now all of a sudden we get to see the Ranger offense.
Braxton Kearns having a year, the 6'1", 230-pound junior out of Glenpool, Oklahoma, making a statement play here today. Man in motion for Tanner Clarkson. He will hand off to Calyon Baker across the 15 to the 20 to the 25 before he's finally brought down by the pursuing defense of Arkansas Monticello. That'll be a first down on the carry for the Rangers. Good to see Baker back out there.
It certainly is. Rangers have definitely missed him, and Damon Williams has done a great job of stepping up while Baker was injured. Now Baker's going to step up with Williams injured.
Snap back to Clarkson, fakes the give, quarterback keeper, head down for Tanner across the 25 to the 26. A gain of 2 on first down will bring up 2nd and 8. That was a little option play there. Tanner could keep it or give it to Baker. Chose to keep it that time, went right head up with those. With that strong interior defensive line of Monticello. 2nd and 8 upcoming. One man in the backfield. It's Baker. They will do a little reverse here. It's Torrance Stevens on the carry across the 30, makes a man miss. Now it's a foot race to the 40, to the 50, to the 40, and headed downhill, tripped up at the 35-yard line. Torrance Stevens, a shoestring tackle away from taking it to the house.
That was, I believe, that was Allen, Katron Allen, who made the stop for Arkansas Monticello. And if he doesn't, Matt, he's off to the races. That's 6 points on the board for Northwestern. But how about the call, though? I love that call early on in the game.
Really well-designed play, a little misdirection for the Rangers. Clarkson out of the gun, fakes the give to Baker, throws over the middle, complete to Stevens again, reeled it in at the 22-yard line. First down, Rangers. Northwestern is in Boll Weevil territory. Flag on the play, and here's the thing. This one is probably going to be against the Rangers. It looks like Devon Blair and the coverage cornerback out there got in a shoving match that took them almost to the visiting side bleachers after that play, and then a flag came out, and Devon Blair threw his hands up like, was it me? Was it me? Well, that usually is an indicator that, yeah, it was you.
Well, and I want to make sure people hear that sound. That means there is a flag on the play, so if you hear this, there's a flag thrown.
There it is. Audio indicator. You got to love it. Big-time broadcast here at Ranger Football. Whitecap still discussing this. We're going to get the call eventually.
Looks like it's going to be dead ball personal foul after the play against Arkansas Monticello.
It's going to go against Arkansas Monticello. Okay, so the out-of-bounds shoving match. Hey, I got to take that one back. I got to apologize to Devon Blair and all of his fan base that's listening, throwing his hands up that time like, hey, I thought he's saying, was it me, was it me? He's saying, guys, did you see what they're doing to me out here? This is crazy. Heads up play, Devon Blair. Way to not fall into the trap, buddy. I like it.
Well, and keep in mind, this drive started just inside the Ranger 15. They move the ball all the way down just outside the 10.
Snap back to Clarkson. Handoff. Baker finds a hole. Gets across the 10-yard line downhill to about the 8. Good pickup on first down for Calyon Baker. Easily sliced into that defensive secondary.
At Arkansas Monticello rushing defensively, they're actually pretty good on the season, only giving up 127 per game where they struggle with the pass, but the Rangers making it look easy here on the ground on the opening possession.
3 wide receivers split to the far side of the field, nobody to the near side. Calyon Baker in the backfield. The give will go to Baker. Finds a little hole, just a crevice as he dives forward to the 5-yard line. The Rangers will pick up 3 more. That will bring up third down, and we'll call it a long 3 for the Rangers. They need to get the ball inside the 2-yard line to convert for a first down here. Or you could just score.
You certainly could. And I look for this to maybe kind of be the run-pass option here with Tanner Clarkson.
Throw it to Gavin, says the crowd. 3rd down. Ball at the 6. Snap back. Handoff to Calyon Baker. Tries to cut inside. Nothing doing. Calyon will give up a yard on that play, make it 2. And that will bring up 4th down for the Rangers. And the field goal team headed out onto the field.
Yeah, the Weevils had that one sniffed out. Linebacker Justin Leger from New Orleans made a good play to stop Calyon Baker, and it's not what you wanted to see. Obviously, Rangers did a good job getting down here. You got to connect on this field goal, get opening points on the drive.
It's like Ruben Alvarado to snap. Brendan Brown to hold. I believe that's Connor O'Neill for the attempt. Snap back, ball down, kick is away. It's up, looks good, is good. Rangers put 3 on the board, and Northwestern strikes first. They lead Monticello 3-0 here at homecoming weekend on Ranger Field. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We are right in the swing of football season in Alva, Oklahoma, and Holder Drug has everything you need for your tailgates this year. Whether you support Goldbugs, Rangers, or both, Holder Drug has it all. Holder Drug also wants to remind you that fall is right around the corner. They have several new pieces of decor for your home for the new season. As always, the fountain has daily specials available and offer delivery on your medication. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
8 minutes to play here in the opening quarter on the Community Bank Scoreboard. Northwestern leading Arkansas Monticello 3-0 after an 8-play, 82-yard drive that was capped off by a 25-yard field goal by Connor O'Neill. Rangers, again, 3 minutes and 12 seconds coming off the clock on that drive. And, again, that comes off of a Braxton Kearns interception where it looked like the Weevils were going to put points on the board.
So Braxton Kearns sets his team up with their first score of the game. Rangers lead 3-0. Connor O'Neill on to kick this one deep. Rangers ran the ball 6 times for 59 yards on that drive. Kick is away, high end-over-end kick, and again, this one headed out the back of the end zone. So Connor O'Neill puts the strong boot to it, and Monticello will take over first and 10 at the 25-yard line for their second drive of the game. Their first drive, of course, ended in an interception for the Rangers. Monticello went 11 plays, 67 yards before they were intercepted at the 8-yard line for the Rangers. They ate up 11 minutes on that first drive. The Rangers needed only 8 to put their first points on the board. For the Rangers,
as Brown goes with a play-action pass, it was caught by Parham out near the 30.
So Parham with his second catch of the day. Good pickup on first down. We'll call it 6. Second down and 4 upcoming. That play to the far side of the field. Brown in the shotgun set. 1 man in the backfield with him. 3 wideouts this time. Hands the ball to Scott. Coming near side. Patiently waiting for a hole to open up. Finally it does. And he goes head down to the 34-yard line. Pickup of 3.
Well, that was actually Chris Smith Jr., the other tailback. We've seen him and Gennaro Scott have been kind of the main 2 ball carriers so far here in the early going. And now expect, I think we've got a new quarterback in now taking the direct snap.
Certainly do. Looks to be a wildcat for me. Boy, that's
Edwin Kleinpeter.
Tough number to read from this angle. Kleinpeter will take his first snap of the game. Just a quarterback-designed run. Big quarterback as he's just smash-mouth football straight forward. It's going to be a first down.
And, Matt, he's listed at 6'1", 280-pound junior from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. And I could see why you do that. It's kind of like the old school, or I'd say old school, but OU Blake Bell with the Belldozer, except this kid probably weighs about 50 more pounds.
Nice when they let the linebackers run it every now and then. Let's see. Chris Smith Jr. back in the game. Snap back, handoff to Jr., and Smith will carry it to about the 39-yard line. Gain of just 1 on first down. 2nd and 9 now upcoming.
And we've yet to see DeMylan Brown take off and run. And the only quarterback has been Klein Peter, who's come in and run. But other than that, it's been mainly the tailbacks.
Cedric Smith split wide to the near side, 3 receivers top side. Finally, DeMillion Brown will take off and run. He's going to be wrapped up and hit at the 42-yard line, able to push himself forward to about the 44. Pickup of 4 for Brown will bring up 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, as I say that, DeMylan Brown finally takes the first snap. And again, he's going to do that, I expect, a lot today. Just take the snap and take off.
I think it was James Ellis in there on the stop, and now we're going to have a flag on the play. Looks like it's going to be a false start against the Boll Weevils.
So instead of 3rd and manageable now, Northwestern defensively got a chance maybe to pin those ears back and come after Brown. It's going to make it 3rd and 9.
You know, that's what you like to see if you're a Ranger fan, is the Boll Weevils kind of have a self-inflicted mistake there, put themselves in 3rd and long, but this is where your defense has got to answer the call. Brown will be out of the gun. 1 man in the backfield with him. I think it is Smith. Snap back. Brown surveying. Throws long down the far sideline. It's going to be incomplete. Pass was a little deep. Defense that time provided by the Rangers' Dante Brown, the freshman out there in coverage.
Yeah, they went for the deep shot to C.J. Parham. Again, a one-on-one matchup with Dante Brown. That was good defense by Brown for Northwestern, but, of course, DeMylan Brown also overshot Parham by about 5 to 6 yards.
Romello Bentley will come out onto the field as the punt unit for Monticello comes out. Ready to punt it away will be Cole Crenshaw. And again, Bentley back deep for the Rangers. Crenshaw will take the snap, boots this away from about the 27. Oh, bad kick. Straight up in the air. That one's spiraling back down, takes a big Ranger bouncing, and whoa, in a questionable decision, Northwestern got a hold of it. Somebody jumped up and brought it down at the 40-yard line, so the Rangers are going to have excellent field position here.
And, Matt, I believe that net punt is going to be yard.
I think you're right. I think that is a 1-yard punt. That one looks like it just hung up in the wind, Dustin. I mean, it was going forward. It was really high anyway. It was going to be a shallow punt, and then all of a sudden it just started backtracking and it hit and took a huge Ranger hop.
So, and here's now, if you're Northwestern with that win, you have to take advantage after a mistake like that. I expect if you're either team today, you're going to start doing the rugby-style kick, because that wind's just going to shoot it back at you like you saw on the punt there. But the Rangers have got to take advantage. 39 yards away from the end zone.
Tanner Clarkson and company back out on offense. Excellent field position for the Rangers on the positive side in Monticello territory. They've got the ball at the 39-yard line, 1st and 10. Torrance Stevens in motion. They will give it to Calyon Baker. He will attack the middle of the defense, and Calyon will go forward for about 3 yards on first down. 2nd and 7 upcoming for the Rangers. Flag comes down on the play. Now that's an interesting flag. Rangers are clapping. This is going to go against the Boll Weevils most likely. Ranger offensive line is saying, move us forward.
We'll await the call. Boy, another undisciplined play against the Weevils. Oh, wow.
Okay, so number 25, Greg Hooks, the defensive back, was called for throwing a punch at the end of that play. It's an unsportsmanlike penalty, 15 yards forward for the Rangers, and Hook has been ejected from the ball game. So already Arkansas Monticello getting a little chippy. A punch thrown, referee saw it, and Greg Hooks, the defensive back from Osceola, Arkansas, has been ejected from the football game.
And, Matt, this shouldn't be a surprise to really anybody who follows the Weevils. They average 98 penalty yards a game, and that is a lot when you look at it.
So the Weevils -1 defensive back. Man in motion for the Rangers is Torrance Stevens. Snap back to Clarkson, fakes the give, play action, wants Gavin Garner in the end zone. Garner goes up and gets it, touchdown Rangers!
How about that? Gavin Garner, the pitch and catch from Tanner Clarkson, just went right up over the top of the defensive back, pulls it in, And the Rangers now with an opportunity to go up 2 scores here in the first quarter.
We've said it before, you cannot stop Gavin Garner. You can only hope to contain him. And on that play, the Weevils could not do it. They were in good coverage against Gavin Garner, but Garner just the more physical, stronger of the two in that challenge. And Gavin Garner comes down with touchdown reception number 6 on the year, a big one from Tanner Clarkson. Point after attempt is on the way. It's up and good. The Rangers now lead 10-0 in front of this homecoming crowd here at Ranger Field. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, is here to help. Millions of Americans have common vision problems that can easily be corrected. Find a window of time to schedule your eye exam today. For more information, visit visionsource-alvavisionclinic.com or call us to schedule an appointment at 580-327-2393. That's 327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Gold Bug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
4:51 to go here in quarter number 1. It's 10-0 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Northwestern on top of Arkansas Monticello after, well, a fairly 39-yard drive for the Rangers after that 1-yard punt. And they take advantage on the touchdown pass from Tanner Clarkson to Gavin Garner, his 6th of the season, just like that. Northwestern, Rangers, great start to this one. Mentioned as one of the keys to the game, getting off to a good start, and Northwestern has done that, Matt.
They certainly have, and great defensive play by Braxton Kearns. Set up their possession for the first touchdown, and then a bad punt from Monticello gave the Rangers a short field for their first field goal, and then a bad punt by Monticello gives the Rangers the short field for their second score. And now the kickoff goes again out of the back of the end zone, and a flag comes flying in. There it is.
Yeah, you gotta wait and hear that one. But and again, Northwestern taking advantage of having that wind at their back. And you have to think Monticello is going to try and do the exact same thing when they're able to go with the win. So Northwestern building that 2-score lead is important here in the opening quarter. That's what makes that interception, I think, even bigger from Braxton Kearns.
Flag was thrown a long ways, by the way.
Another after the play penalty against Arkansas Monticello.
So the Boll Weevils have now been penalized 3 times for unnecessary roughness and have 1 ejection in the game already. With 4:51 left to play in quarter number 1, the Rangers up 10, the Boll Weevils down a guy.
Yeah, they've got as many penalties as they do first downs here in the first quarter.
Snap back to Brown, handoff, tailback running to the left side, tries to make the corner, going to be slung out of bounds by the Rangers' Sam Long after a gain of about 5 yards or so. Running the ball that time was Dorian Manuel, first time we've seen him in the game. He's been back to return kicks, hasn't had a chance to do that, so they're going to try and get the ball in his hands maybe another way. Brown will stay in the game as the running back. 3 wide receivers split to the near side, 1 to the far side. Brown out of the gun, takes the snap, hand off to Manuel again, and again they'll attack the far side of the field. James Ellis there to make the initial stop as Brown kind of jumped through Ellis's arm tackle and got forward for a couple more.
Yeah, third different tailback we've seen used by the Weevils. Dorian Manuel had played, this is his 5th game he's played in, only had 8 rushing attempts coming into the game for 36 yards, but he does average just over 6 yards a pop.
So the Weevils again moving quickly. Manuel in the backfield, 2 wideouts right, 2 left. Rangers will rush 4. Handoff to Manuel coming to the near side, slips through 1 tackle, slips through a second. He's going to be hit at the 30-yard line and pushed backwards. 2 flags come in on the play. That's in the area where you're normally going to see something like holding or maybe a face mask. They are already talking to Coach Walter, I believe.
Yeah, he and Coach Gordon, I think they're saying back him up. Well, and you saw with the amount of moves that Manuel had to make and to get around as many tacklers as he did, no question that was going to be holding once he tried to bounce that one outside.
Well, by my count, Dustin, that's 3 personal foul penalties, 2 false starts, and a holding. So the Boll Weevils closing in on 100 penalty yards already. We're not out of the first quarter.
Yeah. Again, that's I said it. They average 98 per game, and they've got a ton of them already here in quarter number 1.
That is going to take them back quite a ways. First down and 20 to go. Snap back to Brown. DeMylan Brown will take off on the run. Rangers hem him up shy of the 20-yard line. He'll get forward for about 6 yards, give him 5. We'll bring up second down and 15.
Yeah, Braxton Kearns in on that stop along with Alex Avakian, the fifth-year senior from Apache Junction, Arizona. And that's a good job stopping DeMylan Brown. Don't let him break it outside. That's what I like. Keep him bottled up right around the middle of the field.
Running back Logan Penn will be in the backfield. 4th tailback we've seen for the Boll Weevils today. 2 wideouts left, 2 right. 4 down linemen for the Rangers. Snap back to Brown. Plenty of time. Surveys the field. Lets one go over the middle. High for his intended target. Was looking for his big wideout Isaiah Cross. Couldn't reel it in. Rangers couldn't get a hand on it. Otherwise, that ball could have been intercepted.
Yeah, certainly could have. And he had Cross open. We've seen that twice now. That DeMylan Brown has overthrown his receivers. And it's going to bring up a 3rd and long. And, boy, Northwestern again with another opportunity to get off the field and force what will probably end up being a short punt.
3rd down and 15 yards to go for the Boll Weevils. Halfback in the game this time is Manuel again. Snap back to Brown. Wants to throw, loads up, throws long, far sideline. Has a man caught at the 50-yard line, and he's going to be drugged down out of bounds. Cross makes the reception, and the Ranger that time in pursuit was Jeremiah Forbes, who just gave up a step.
Oh, and that's the best throw of the day from DeMylan Brown. Put that one right on the money as, again, Isaiah Cross had the defender beat, and that's a beautiful pitch and catch from DeMylan Brown to Cross.
Forbes getting coached up a little bit by KG as he comes off to the sideline. Rangers will replace him with a different defensive back. Handoff to Manuel coming to the near side, hooked up in the backfield. Rangers get a hold of him. That's going to be a tackle for no gain. Man on the play was Alex Avakian, the defensive lineman for the Rangers.
Yeah, Avakian making the initial stop, helped out by Anderson Ramirez to bring down Manuel. Good play on first down, forced the 2nd and long.
James Ellis, Braxton Kearns, your linebackers for this play. 4 down linemen for the Rangers. Brown will be out of the gun. Manuel in the backfield. 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. 1 to the near side. 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Brown takes the snap, drops back, throws for his intended tight end target. That one's going to be incomplete. Washington couldn't reel it in.
Yeah.
3 times Washington's been targeted, 1 reception so far.
Yeah, that one just right off the hands of Washington, and I'm sure DeMylan Brown saying, hey, man, you got to catch that one. I put it there because that would have picked up probably 5-6 yards, and now it's going to bring up another 3rd and long. They converted the last one on the deep ball to Isaiah Cross.
Couple of substitutions for the Rangers, trying to get a man off the field, and Northwestern's going to be forced to take a timeout and avoid the 12 men on the field penalty. So the Rangers are going to talk about it. We'll take a break. Northwestern up 10-0, 1:58 to go in quarter number 1 on the Community Bank scoreboard. You're listening to Northwestern Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, is here to help. Millions of Americans have common vision problems that can easily be corrected. Find a window of time to schedule your eye exam today. For more information, visit visionsource-alvavisionclinic.com or call us to schedule an appointment at 580-327-2393. That's 327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Gold Bug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Smith in motion, snap back to Brown. He's got time, breaking to the far side of the field. Now wants to rush for it. Rangers run by him. Brown weaves through tacklers across the 35 to the 30. It's a foot race to the 20, to the 15, to the 10, 5, touchdown. DeMylan Brown shows you why he is so dangerous. Dustin, they thought they had him hemmed up on that far sideline, and DeMylan Brown found a little daylight, a big hole, and a lot of turf in front of him.
He certainly did, and you see the speed that DeMylan Brown has, and that's what makes him so dangerous in the open field. And, again, that was all the way to the left, cuts back across the middle field, ends up on the near sideline and takes that one in. And you see the danger that DeMylan Brown is, not only throwing the ball, but running as well. And, again, that's the, I believe, Brown's 7th rushing touchdown of the season now for the Weevils.
I think that is a broken play, 37-yard touchdown for the quarterback who was looking to pass. Point after attempt on the way, ball down, kick is away, it's up and good. And the Weevils have closed it in. Northwestern now leads 10-7 on the Community Bank scoreboard, 1:49 to go in quarter number 1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Do you still have a bank CD? This is Whitney Gum with E&J Financial. Did you know there are other options that offer downside protection with the ability to generate much better returns? If you're unhappy with your CD rate, call our office today to schedule your complimentary review at 580-327-2552 or visit one of our offices in Woodward, Stillwater, Adair, or right here in Alva.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Welcome back. Onside kick, and it's fumbled around. Ball's still loose. It hit one Ranger, bounced to a second. Northwestern looked like they had it covered up for a moment, and then all of a sudden, everybody rolled over in the scrum, and I'm talking we are right in the middle of the horse and rider at the 50-yard line. Referees are still unpiling players, and they're going to say Northwestern did, in fact, recover it, but whoa.
And that was just a straight squib. Like, it didn't get off the ground very much. He was just trying to kick it right down the middle of the field and actually ended up hitting off of a Ranger. I don't necessarily know if they were trying for the onside, but they nearly got it. But that's huge for Northwestern now. Rangers going to start great field position.
Yeah, that was one of those, like, just soccer-style kicked right into the chest of one of the up men and deflected off of him. Fortunately, Northwestern able to recover, and Arkansas Monticello maybe accidentally gave the Rangers another short field. 1:46 to go here in quarter number 1. Rangers up 10-7 on the Community Bank scoreboard.
Real quick on the recap, the drive summary, 10 plays, 88 yards. Of course, ended with that 32-yard or 37-yard touchdown run by DeMylan Brown for Arkansas Monticello to make it 10-7.
Handoff up the middle goes to Calyon Baker. He will get across the 50-yard line, then downhill to the 47. Pickup of 4 on first down will bring up 2nd and 6 for Northwestern, now in Boll Weevil territory. Clarkson out of the gun. Baker in the backfield with him. 2 wide receivers to the far side. Gavin Garner to the near side. Man in motion is going to be Torrance Stevens, and now a flag comes in, and the Boll Weevils are saying that the Rangers jumped. Number 62 of the offense, Sam Gentry, the center, apparently flinched a little bit. Or they got the number wrong, one of the two.
And that's the first penalty against Northwestern. Weevils again with already 6 for 59 yards. Rangers now 1 for 5.
So here we go, 2nd down, and we'll make it 11 now. Clarkson again out of the gun. 3 wideouts, 2 to the far side, 1 to the near side. They'll send Torrance Stevens in motion across the formation again. Snap back to Clarkson, fakes the give to Baker. Tanner with all day to throw the ball, sets up, launches one downfield. He's got Gavin Garner. Touchdown, Rangers! Garner pulls it in!
What a throw from Tanner Clarkson. And how about Gavin Garner coming up with that ball, a 52-yard bomb. And, Matt, offensive line, fantastic protection, had all day to throw to load up and throw that one down the field. And just like that, the Rangers quick strike. Again, second play on this drive.
You cannot stop Gavin Garner. That's all there is to it. That was a 50-yard bomb from Tanner Clarkson. And Tanner, what an arm, man. He set up and watched and let Gavin get all the way down the field, 50-some-odd yards in the air off the hand of Tanner Clarkson. And then that one is going to be good on the point after attempt. A little pushing and shoving out there as Arkansas Monticello will get what I am assuming is going to be their fourth unsportsmanlike penalty in this game. Man, Monticello having some penalty problems. Dustin, we're going to keep it right here and wait for this call. What a drive for the Rangers. That one, 2 plays and a touchdown strike from Tanner Clarkson to Gavin Garner. And, I mean, we're going to have to come up with a nickname for Gavin because this guy is just having a season that is on fire. Watch out, record books. Here comes Gavin Garner.
And he certainly is. And, again, a lot of that credit due to that offensive line because Clarkson had all day to throw. I mean, he could have made a sandwich and ate it back there the amount of time that he got rid of that football to Gavin Garner. And that's what you have. You got to wait for some of those plays to develop. So big credit to the O-line. Already here early in this game, I think they've done a great job of protecting Tanner Clarkson.
That is, in fact, going to be an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty again against Arkansas Monticello. If you're keeping count at home, that's 4 unsportsmanlike penalties in the first quarter against Arkansas Monticello. One of those resulted in an ejection. And so that will be assessed on this kickoff. Not going to do a whole lot. I mean, Connor O'Neill's already been booting it out of the back of the end zone. This time he gets to do it from 50 yards away instead of, or from the 50-yard line instead of from the 35.
Well, officially it'll be 4 plays, 51 yards, and a 51-yard touchdown pass from Clarkson to Gavin Garner, and that didn't take very long. Took all of about 1 minute, 8 seconds.
2 touchdowns on the day already for Gavin Garner. Connor O'Neill's got a field goal to add to it. Rangers on top in this one, 17-7 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Rangers sent to kick it away, and I have no doubt that unless he doesn't want to, Connor O'Neill's about to plant this one on top of the football field house.
Yeah, look out, Tim Lauderdale standing back there. They might think it's going to get past him, though.
O'Neill steps up to the ball, high end-over-end kick, and that one will, in fact, sail out of the back of the end zone. A touchback for the Boll Weevils, who are having some player control issues, to say the least, today.
Wait, Matt, already. How about the start from Tanner Clarkson? Again, 3 for 3, 85 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, again, impressive start in the passing game for the Rangers. Not only that, 2 touchdown catches from, Gavin Garner.
Rangers off to a much better start than the Sooners today.
No question.
DeMylan Brown will be in the shotgun. Referees forgot to switch the ball out, so they'll bring in the correct ball. Man in the backfield with him will be Logan Penn, halfback number 4 today. 3 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side for Brown. Snap back, hand off to Penn. Nice hole across the 25 to the 30 to the 35. Spun down shy of the 40-yard line. Sam Long in on the stop for the Rangers, was helped out by a couple other guys. Didn't get numbers there, but good run on first down for Penn, and that will be a first down for the Boll Weevils.
Yeah, another tailback, Logan Penn, playing in his 5th game. Only had 6 carries coming to this game, but already has picked up 2.
4 wideouts again, same formation. Brown takes the snap. Designed quarterback keeper this time. Escapes to the far side, gets to the 40-yard line. Is going to be chased out of bounds by Dante Brown over there. The freshman from Florida ushers DeMylan Brown out of bounds. Pickup of 1 on the no, that's going to be 1, 2, 3, call it 4 on the play. 2nd down and 6 upcoming.
You were asking for a nickname, or old coach Steve Barrows, G-Light.
I like it. There we go. Going to have a timeout on the field, so we will take a timeout here in the booth. You're listening to Ranger Football on Homecoming Weekend, brought to you by Holder Drug on the downtown square in Alva, Oklahoma.
Most people prefer honest, friendly, prompt service from local folks they can trust. Sure, it sounds simple, but that's not always what you get. At K&K Body Works in Alva, you'll receive just that. Expert service and collision repair from a business you can trust. Since 1958, K&K Body Works' goal is to make our auto body service as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, they do every job with the highest level of professionalism. Get your free estimate today by visiting KandKBodyWorks.com or stop by in person at 301 Flynn Street right here in Alva.
Your hometown, Alva Walmart, is proud to support Northwestern Oklahoma State University athletics. Everyday low price is the cornerstone of our strategy, and our price focus has never been stronger. Today's customer seeks the convenience of one-stop shopping that we offer, from grocery and entertainment to sporting goods and crafts. We provide the deep assortment that our customers appreciate, whether they're shopping online at walmart.com, through one of our mobile apps, or shopping in our store. The Alva Walmart likes to wish the best of luck to all Ranger and Lady Ranger teams this season.
Welcome back. Quarter number 2 underway. Handoff to Penn. Weaves around a tackler at the 40-yard line. Gets up to the 43 before he's going to be brought down by the Rangers. And Penn looks to be hurt on that tackle. It was not a hard tackle, but certainly one where he may have gotten the ankle rolled up underneath him or something. On the stop for the Rangers that time was, I believe, Anthony Cochran.
Well, that's big for the Weevils. You looked at, I mean, we haven't seen Devontae Dean. I know they've used a host of tailbacks already, but this would be another one. We do hope Logan Penn is obviously okay, but if he can't go the rest of the day, I mean, it'll be pretty much Chris Smith Jr. and Gennaro Scott.
Fortunately for Monticello, they are not short of running backs. They have got an entire stable. As Penn gets up under his own power, that's good to see. Coming off the field, he's walking a little gingerly but not limping necessarily, so I would expect that we will see Logan Penn back in this game at some point.
Yeah, now it looks like he's going to be replaced by Chris Smith Jr.
Oh, that's Gennaro Scott.
Yeah, I say that. Yeah, Gennaro. That a little tough to see those numbers from up here, but with that 9 and that 6, but
same thing that I've been having. Monticello in white jerseys, green numbers.
Anybody want to come up and spot for us? We got a pair of binoculars if you're out there listening.
Rangers in black tops, black bottoms, white numbers. Good contrast, easy to see the Ranger numbers today. And Brown is going to be back to pass, asked to escape to the far sideline, nearly sacked, able to get the pass off, but it was broken up by the Rangers in coverage. That's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Good pressure that time for the Rangers. Flag down in the defensive backfield.
Yeah, and that was Terry Peters who had the coverage that time on the receiver. He did a good job of sticking right with him, and I think the receiver wanted a flag thrown, and he may have got it. He did. And again, that was so late, Matt. That's what you don't like to see. That's a tough call against Northwestern because, again, I thought Terry Peters had pretty good coverage there, but
man, that one's unfortunate. Second penalty on the Rangers, a 10-yard variety, and that will march the Bolt Weevils into Ranger territory with a fresh set of downs. 1st and 10 from the Ranger 47-yard line. Brown and Gennaro Scott in the backfield. Snap back to Brown. Has time, wants to throw, flush from the pocket, coming to the near side, throws downfield just behind his intended target, and a flag comes down, and I think we're going to get a late hit on the quarterback.
Boy, that's what you didn't want to see because, I mean, DeMilan Brown, again, missed his target that time, and it looked like he was looking for his tight end, Washington.
Roughing the passer will, in fact, be the call. It was Nehemiah Lewis who was back there, and, man, that's close. I thought Nehemiah was drawing well within what I would call a reasonable distance of Brown while he still had the ball. Tough to pull off in that situation.
Well, and that's been one of the main focuses with a lot of the rule changes. You've probably seen a lot more roughing the passer penalties, in D1, D2 college football because it's almost like they're, moving away from football with some of these hits. I mean, some of them are not that bad, and I'm kind of with you. That's one I think you can let go.
4 down linemen for the Rangers. They will rush 5. Brown loads up, throws deep, has a man, corner of the end zone, caught, touchdown. Wow, what a shot from DeMilan Brown all the way to the far side of the field, and it was Isaiah Cross who made the reception, the 6'1", 170-pound freshman from Texarkana, Texas. That's a big pitch and catch right there.
It was. DeMilan Brown, that was a beautiful throw and a nice catch from Cross. Just had the receiver beat, and these two quarterbacks are getting after it here today, and we may see a lot of points put up on the board this afternoon.
I think you may be right, Dustin. So after the touchdown, Monticello now with 13 points on the Community Bank scoreboard. Point after attempt is good, 14 points. It's 17-14, Rangers on top We'll take a break. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Don't be a risk with your home, farm, or business this year because of faulty wiring. Call the experts at Northwest Electric at 580-327-3201. Northwest Electric is a trusted name in the electrical industry and should be your choice locally for all your electrical needs. Daryl, David, and Scott have over 100 years of combined electrical experience and been serving you beyond the call of duty for over 40 years. So stop by their showroom in the downtown square in Alva to browse for your electrical needs. Northwest Electric, where we don't do all the business, just yours.
14-17 to go until halftime on the Community Bank Scoreboard. Rangers leading it over Arkansas Monticello as we take a look at the drive summary. Actually still waiting on it to be up. But the Weevils end up punching it in for their second touchdown of the game. So DeMylan Brown now has run for one touchdown, and he's also passed for one touchdown.
Ranger penalties contributed heavily to that drive for the Boll Weevils. A 15-yard roughing the passer penalty, a 10-yard defensive holding penalty, so at least a quarter of the field given up by the Rangers in penalty yardage that time. A drive that started at the 25-yard line results in a 75-yard scoring drive for the Boll Weevils.
Yeah, you had the holding penalty, you had the roughing the passer penalty, so definitely aided the Weevils that time.
Monticello to kick it off. This time a better kick. High end over end. It will bounce at the 1 and then skip into the end zone, and the Rangers will take the touchback. It is going to be 1st and 10 for Northwestern from the 25-yard line as Tanner Clarkson and company, who've caught a little fire today, come back out to hopefully put up some more stats and some more points in front of this capacity homecoming crowd here in Alva, Oklahoma. Big series coming up for the Rangers, Dustin. 14-17 left to go in the first half. Rangers up 17-14.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's weird. The score is 17-14. The time left is 14-17.
Well, and I'm anxious to see what the Rangers do offensively. You know, now with it being they're going to go the other direction again back towards the south, and they're going to be going into the wind. We'll see how much the Rangers decide to maybe lean on the running game, or if they still decide to let Clarkson air it out.
This is where Tanner Clarkson, I think, really draws his power as the wind whistles through that mullety style haircut hanging out the back of the helmet. I think he's only going to get stronger as the day goes on. Clarkson takes the snap, being pursued, will throw the ball to the near sideline. It's going to be caught by Romello Bentley on the near sideline, a flag down in the backfield. And I don't think anybody got to Clarkson, so that's probably going to be a holding penalty against the Rangers.
Yeah, that's not what you wanted on first down, to come back and now be back behind the chains and setting at 1st and 20. Rangers now, didn't start with a whole lot of penalties the first quarter. Picked up 3, though, here early in the second.
Well, like you said, the Rangers were playing really clean football and all of a sudden have found themselves in a little bit of a laundry-esque stage. A lot of yellow flying around. Different types of penalties than what we're seeing picked up from Arkansas Monticello, though. They've got 4 unsportsmanlike penalties in the game so far. Clarkson with an empty backfield. 5 wide receivers in this setup. 1st down and 20 for the Rangers. Ball at the 15-yard line. One man in motion. Clarkson takes the snap. Designed keeper. He will barrel across the 20-yard line and then be thrown down at the 22. Pickup of 7 on 1st down for Clarkson. Makes it 2nd down and 13 for the Rangers after that holding penalty. Wind in the face of Tanner Clarkson. Rangers moving left to right across your radio dial. 5 wideouts again. Empty set backfield for Clarkson.
Yeah, I haven't seen the Rangers do that today. This will be the first time.
Snap back. Tanner steps up in the pocket. Throws just a little low. Missed his intended target. That is Darian Gill. Was out there as a slot wide receiver that time, and ball was just a bit underthrown. That'll bring up 3rd down and 13 for the Rangers.
Yeah, that's tough, Matt, because, again, I think Clarkson puts that one on the money. Gill's got a chance to take it and turn up field if he makes a good throw, but
really would like to see the Rangers convert here on 3rd and 13, but even if you don't, you want to get as much forward yardage as you can because Brendan Brown may have to punt into this wind. We saw Monticello have a net 1-yard punt earlier into this wind. Play action pass. Clarkson throws over the middle, caught by the tight end. Reeling that one in was Matt Caputo.
And that's good. I mean, you at least pick up 5-6 yards Obviously, I know you wanted the first down, but now makes you see what kind of style we see from Brendan Brown, because you try and get off that high spiraling kick, Wynn's going to really knock it down, and makes you see if we try to see the old rugby-style punt here from Brown. Brown, of course, second in the Great American Conference in punting yards, averaging nearly 40 yards a kick.
Brendan's going to be tasked with a big one here. 4th down for the Rangers, 4th down and about 7. And he will have to punt into the wind. He will take the snap and boot it away from about the 15-yard line. Didn't get off a great punt, end over end, and it's going to hit out of bounds at about midfield. We'll see where they walk it up to.
See, and that's what's going to be tough is when you're with that win, you're really going to have to take advantage of trying to get points on the board or at least moving the ball past the 50, or because you're going to see that a lot today, I'm afraid, is, if you're punting inside your own 40, your own 30, the opposing team is going to get really good field position.
They brought some heavy pressure on that one, too. Good spot here on the punt for Brown. They're going to mark it at the 48-yard line in Weevil territory, so Brendan Brown able to kick that one across the 50-yard line in that stiff breeze.
Well, while we're in a timeout, let's take a look at some scores from around the Great American Conference. Harding defeats Southern Nazarene 49-10, and an upset brewing in Russellville. 42 seconds left. Arkansas Tech has just scored a touchdown to take a 38-35 lead over Oklahoma Baptist. Ouachita Baptist wins in Weatherford today 30-10 over Southwestern. Henderson State blows out East Central 59-24. Today in Arkadelphia, and Southeastern struggling with Southern Arkansas as they're on the road to Magnolia. It's 24-16 Southeastern on top of Southern Arkansas. So some good matchups today from around the Great American Conference. But definitely the surpriser, Oklahoma Baptist. That one, did not see that one coming. So Arkansas Tech may have turned a corner today.
17-14, Rangers on top on the Community Bank scoreboard. 12:25 to go here in the first half of play. Ranger defense back out onto the field after the punt from Brendan Brown. Southern Arkansas will bring in their Wildcat formation. And taking the snap again will be Edwin Kleinpeter. Kleinpeter will throw to the far side this time, complete in the flat, and they will carry the ball forward across the 50-yard line. Knocked out of bounds at the 45, pickup of 7 on first down. Bring up 2nd down and 3. First time we've seen Kleinpeter throw the ball. Ran it the first time. The 285-pound quarterback throws it on first down that time.
And they'll bring Brown back into the game now.
DeMylan Brown will take the shotgun snap, handoff up the middle. That is Scott on the run, and he will bury his head down very near first down yardage base. This will come down to the spot. Looks like they're going to give it to him 1st and 10. Bull Weevils as they refresh the down marker. 11:51 left to go. Rangers up 17-14 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Brown will again give out the play commands. Go out of the gun. Scott will be the halfback to his right, 4 wideouts. Snap back to Brown, wants to throw, drops back in the pocket, loads up, pump fakes, drops one deep. Has a man downfield, but great coverage provided that time by Dax Benway. No chance for that one, incomplete on first down. Will bring up 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Benway all right there step for step with LeCedric Smith. And, DeMylan Brown had good protection, but that's just even better coverage by Dax Benway for the Rangers. So good play on first down for Northwestern defensively.
Like to see the Rangers keep Brown kind of uncomfortable back there in that pocket, but at the same time, it seems like every time you get back there to him, he escapes and turns it into a big play. Scott in the backfield, 4 wideouts, same formation, 4 down linemen for the Rangers. They will rush 3, bring a blitz from the right-hand side. Brown throws into the coverage. Ball is incomplete. Broken up that time by Sam Long. And we've got an injured Bull Weevil on the play.
And he had a big hit, I believe, on the tight end, DeAndre Washington. And Washington went straight down to the turf after that hit from Sam Long. And he's still down on the far side right around the 33.
Training staff out to take a look at Washington.
Rangers brought some extra man that time. Brought the blitz from the outside, that safety spot. Not able to get home, but they did put some pressure on DeMylan Brown that time.
Still looking at the injured Bull Weevil. He's laying on the far sideline, so you would think maybe they might be able to help him get to the sideline, but wanting to make sure that he's in a position or condition where they can get him moved over. Looks to me as though they're kind of feeling around on one of his knees down there. Well, we'll go ahead and break away from the action for the injury timeout. Well, I say that. Hold on. Guess we'll keep it right here as they were able to get Washington up, the training staff over there along the far sideline.
I get to hope Washington is okay. That's second guy we've seen today go down now for Arkansas Monticello. Haven't seen Logan Penn.
Washington will come off with some assistance as a guy under each arm as they'll back him out to the trainer's table over there. Washington's been a big target for them, so we'll see what they do to replace him in the tight end rotation. Scott will be the tailback here. Brown out of the gun.
Anxious to see the play call here on third down because I think you're right in that kind of no man's land territory. We're going to go for it on fourth.
Third down and 10, play action. Brown steps back, escapes a tackle, throws a bullet complete at the 32-yard line. That would be very close to first down yardage. LeCedric Smith reeling it in. Alex Aaron on the stop for the Rangers. This will depend completely on the spot as to whether or not it's first down. Flag down in the backfield, by the way.
I'll see what the call is here, and I think this may go against Arkansas Monticello. Well, my apologies. I was wrong.
Roughing the passer for the second time today. The Rangers are called for a roughing the passer call against DeMylan Brown. I did not see anything that time that looked like it might fall into the roughing category unless somebody got a hand to the head of Brown as he was releasing that ball.
Well, so now all of a sudden you see another penalty against Northwestern. Penalty yards really racking up here for both of these two teams in the second quarter.
Northwesterns have been kind of hard play penalties. Matt Walter says he really doesn't have a big problem with penalties like that when it's just kind of extra effort type stuff, as Brown will take this quarterback keeper and then slides down shy of just across, the 15-yard line down to the 14. Picks up about 3 on first down. Will bring up second 7. Because they're not after-the-fact penalties, and they're not really mental errors. It's just really kind of trying to go 100 miles an hour. So twice the Rangers have been flagged for roughing the passer. Both times calls were questionable at best. 10:36 to go here in the first half. Handoff to Scott, spins off a tackler, and jumps forward, gets out across the 15-yard line, down to the 14, and that will bring up third down. We'll call it 7.
Well, again, I expect to pass here, but you've got to be leery of what DeMylan Brown can do running the football. This would be one of those plays where you could see him just tucking and taking off and running for Arkansas Monticello. So the Rangers got to be careful defensively here.
Keep him hemmed in. 10:06, clock rolling. First half underway. Rangers on top 17-14 on the Community Bank scoreboard. Brown will be out of the gun, fakes the give, rolls to his right, looking end zone. Ooh, has a man wide open. Touchdown, Boll Weevils. That's too easy.
Yeah, that was Isaiah Cross again. Play action. He rolls out to his right. Plenty of time to throw. Cross comes open, and that's an easy pitch and catch. And just like that, Arkansas Monticello now has taken the lead over Northwestern here in the second quarter.
Sam Long in the coverage that time for the Rangers. So somebody looked like maybe a bit of a miscommunication, Dustin, because he was really wide open heading to that far boundary line. So Brown gives Monticello the lead for the first time today. The Boll Weevils now on top 20-17. Point after attempt on the way. Kick is up. Looks good, is good. 21-17, Monticello on top of the Rangers. 9:51 to go in the first half. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft has been locally owned and operated for 36 years, and they offer a full line of award-winning brands like Chevy, Buick, and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come and see us right here in Alva. We're located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
9:51 to play until halftime. It's 21-17 Arkansas Monticello as the Weevils have their first lead of the game on a 9-play, 52-yard drive that goes for 2 minutes and 34 seconds. for the Weevils. Again, it was a touchdown pass from DeMylan Brown to Isaiah Cross to make it, again, 21-17. As here is the kickoff from the Weevils, going to be fielded by Bentley at the 10 as he'll go up to the 15 to the 20. Now up the middle field to the 25, and he's hitting stuck right around the 27-yard line. That's where the Rangers will start as we see a helmet come off of a Weevil right around the 36.
Seen that happen a time or two today. Offensive lineman for the Weevils lost his hat a little earlier in the contest. Rangers have the ball back, trailing for the first time today, 21-17 on the Community Bank scoreboard. 9:44 left to go here in half number one. Tanner Clarkson and company battling the wind in addition to the Boll Weevils during this second quarter.
Of our G&G Home Furnishings halftime show will be joined by our Vice President of Administration here at Northwestern, Dr. David Pakey, to talk about the Northwestern homecoming and all the festivities that kind of played a part this week leading up to this event.
And it looks like
Looks like somebody from Arkansas Monticello is going to be sent off the field.
Seems odd. I don't know what's...
Ashtrain Duncan.
Maybe... Could be that Duncan was the man that lost his helmet, so it could be the equipment malfunction, and nevertheless, a timeout's been taken on the field by Monticello. We'll take one as well. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug.
G&G Home Furnishings in Alva proudly supports all Alva and Northwestern activities. G&G wants to remind you their store is dedicated to helping you find the perfect pieces to fit your home or business needs. Right now, G&G has several new fall decor pieces to choose from for your living room. They are also now carrying appliances from brands such as LG, Samsung, GE, and Electrolux. For more information, check out their Facebook page for new arrivals or visit their website at gnghomefurnishings.com or stop by and see them in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. The timeout from Arkansas Monticello underway. When the Rangers come back out on the field, there will be 9:44 to go here in half number one. Northwestern trailing for the first time today. They're down 21-17 on the Community Bank scoreboard.
Final score from Russellville, Arkansas. Arkansas Tech pulls off the upset as they defeat Oklahoma Baptist today, 38-35. Big win for the Wonder Boys.
Well, I'm not sure Oklahoma Baptist saw that one coming. Clarkson will be out of the gun. 3 wideouts to the near side. Gavin Garner to the far side. Calyon Baker in the backfield. Play action, pump fake, and now throws complete to Torrance Stevens at the 29-yard line. He'll get it across the 30 to the 33 before his forward progress is stopped and he's bumped out of bounds. Flag down on the play. Far side of the field, and Gavin indicated it may be against the Rangers.
Looks like ineligible receiver downfield maybe. I think against Northwestern.
That is, in fact, the call. So that looked like it may have been initially a screenplay, and Clarkson had to check down and dump it off to Stevens, so we could have had a lineman get downfield a little bit too quick as Tanner went through his options. Nevertheless, the Rangers will back up 5 and do it again. 1st and 15 now upcoming. Baker in the backfield, 3 wideouts near side. They'll send Calyon in motion, throw the bubble screen out to Baker, and he is going to be hit and dropped behind the 20-yard line. They'll give him forward progress to the 21, but the Rangers will lose a yard. It'll bring up 2nd down and 16.
Boy, that's a good defensive play by Justin Leger that time, able to get off and fight off the block from Torrance Stevens, who wasn't able to hold him up, and he drops Calyon Baker behind the line of scrimmage. And that's not what you want to see. The first 2 plays coming out here, the Rangers already behind the chains, now back near the 21-yard line.
No, definitely not the start Northwestern was looking for here midway through or so the second quarter. Clarkson will now send a man in motion from right to left. Tanner takes the shotgun snap. Blitz coming. Throws complete to the tight end at the 25-yard line. And the Rangers will get forward to the 29. But that's going to bring up a 3rd down and 9 for Northwestern coming up. It was Caputo that made the catch.
Yeah, and I like that call. He able to pick up 8 yards on the 2nd down and play. Makes it 3rd down a lot more manageable here with 3rd and 8.
And it looks like Monticello wants to call a timeout as they were hustling guys off the field. if we could have snapped that, we'd have caught him with too many men on. So Monticello has to burn another timeout. We'll burn one here in the booth as well. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug in Alva, Oklahoma.
Are you craving a delicious breakfast to start your day off right? Then 818 Diner in Alva is the place for you. 818 Diner serves all your favorite breakfast items like the 818 combo, pancakes, plus chicken and waffles. Swing through their drive-thru for a quick breakfast sandwich, biscuits and gravy, delicious hot and chocolate-fed lattes, or other espresso drinks. Open every day except Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come by and see us at 818 Oklahoma Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. 8:10 left to go in the first half between Northwestern and Arkansas Monticello. Rangers currently trailing in this one.
Boy, this is a big third down. Arkansas Monticello offense is rolling here in the second quarter. You don't want to give the ball back this quick and have another 3 and out.
5 at the line of scrimmage for Monticello, and then they're going to come across early. That is, I believe, going to be just a straight-up jump by Arkansas Monticello, and if it is, that's a huge mistake, as that will take 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 2. And that's what it was, and all that was, Dustin, was the linebacker, Demarius White, trying to jump the count right there.
Yeah, that's going to be the 8th penalty for 79 yards now against Arkansas. Monticello is going to make it a lot manageable here on 3rd down with just 3rd and 4. Actually, we call it 3rd and 3.
3rd down and give or take a long 3. Snap back to Clarkson, puts it on the turf. Tanner's running for his life, escapes. Pressure throws complete to Gavin Garner. No flags down. 1st down Rangers.
Boy, you're not going to see that very often, but Tanner Clarkson has made many plays like that, Matt. That really should not surprise anybody. He's been able to do that because it looked like the Weevils were going to bring Clarkson down. He evades pressure, and not only that, keeps his eyes downfield, finds Matthew Caputo over the middle for a 1st down.
So Rangers sent up with a fresh set of downs, 7:46 to go here in the first half. Snap back to Clarkson, hand off to Baker. No, Clarkson on the keeper, goes out the other side. Far side of the field run for Tanner Clarkson. He'll dive across the 45-yard line and get to about the 47. Pickup of about 5 on 1st down will bring up 2nd and the same.
You know, and that completion to Caputo, I want people to circle that play because that could end up being a huge pickup on 3rd down for Northwestern, because now all of a sudden the Rangers going a little bit slow offensively, going to try and keep Monticello's offense off the field and kind of chew on this clock, especially having to go into the wind.
2 wide receivers to the far side of the field, 1 to the near side. 2 back set for Northwestern. Haven't seen this in a long time. Clarkson out of the shotgun. Sends a man in motion. It's Stevens. Takes the snap, play action, now throws. That's complete, and it's Gavin Garner who's got it at midfield. And Gavin will get to the 50-yard line, and again, a Monticello hat comes off in the mix. That is the helmet of Asterian Duncan.
Well, I'd like to see Garner that time. He made a couple moves trying to pick up extra yardage. I understand. I'd like to see him just turn and go straight up the field, and I think he may have gotten close to 1st down. But how about the window to throw that one? A real tight window, and Clarkson had to put that one right on the money, and he did, right between 2 Weevil defenders.
But I like the trust that Clarkson's got in Gavin Garner. I mean, sure-handed receiver, probably the best hands on the team, and Clarkson knows when he needs to dump one off. Gavin's always a good option. Snap back to Clarkson, play action, rolling far side, pressure coming, drops back, throws incomplete. Oh, so close. As I talk about it, Gavin puts one on the turf, a little underthrown. He had to go down low to get it, but had a chance at it. That's going to bring up 4th down and short for the Rangers. 4th, what do you think, 3, give or take?
Yeah, and I got to tell you, you're not going to see that very often, Gavin Garner dropping a pass. And Northwestern's got a decision here. And, I mean, because, again, if you punt the ball, you know, as Northwestern's going to talk about, if you punt the ball, it's not going to go very far, but you're right around kind of that territory you'd like to go.
Timeout on the field, timeout in the booth. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Integris Bass Baptist Health Center wishes the Northwestern Rangers the best of luck in this year's football season. We know injuries sometimes happen, and we want you to remember that Integris Health offers top-notch orthopedic care with Dr. Brett Fry, located in Enid. Integris Bass Baptist Health Center provides leading-edge treatment to keep you moving and get you back in the game. For your orthopedic needs, insist on Integris.
Welcome back, Ranger football fans. Don't forget our halftime festivities will be going on here at the midpoint between Northwestern and Arkansas Monticello. Right now, 6:23 left on the clock here in the first half. Rangers driving, but they currently trail the Boll Weevils 21-17. Northwestern scored all 17 of their points in the first quarter. They've been scoreless so far in the second. Monticello has 7 points in quarter number 1, 14 so far in quarter number 2.
Well, Ranger offense going to come back out, so it looks like Coach Walter and staff's going to roll the dice here on 4th down. Again, it's just 4th and 2.
Ball at the 49-yard line. In Boll Weevil territory, they will need the ball to get just across the 47. And now the referee's talking. They want they were checking to make sure that the Boll Weevil player who lost his helmet doesn't have to leave for a play, but because the Rangers took that timeout, I think he's good to be back in, and the referees have settled on that. 2 wideouts to the top of the formation for Clarkson. 2 tight ends to the near side. Calyon Baker in the backfield.
Still plenty of time, 15 seconds on the play clock.
Clarkson looks to the sideline as they sign in the final instructions. Tanner will send a man in motion. It's Stevens. Fakes the give to him. Instead, they'll go to Calyon Baker, who is immediately wrapped up in the backfield. That play went absolutely nowhere. In fact, it went backwards. Not a good effort on 4th down for the Rangers.
Yeah, that was blown up right there by Arkansas Monticello right at the line. Not sure who the offensive lineman was, though, for North. Looked like Cavante McGowan was the guy that got beat, and boy, that is not what you wanted on 4th down because that play really didn't have a chance from the beginning.
The 2 leading tacklers on this Monticello team are the nose guard and the backup nose guard. And on 4th and 2, the Rangers tried to challenge right there in the middle of that defense, and Monticello made them pay that time. Saw that play coming and got it stopped. 1st and 10, now Boll Weevil. Snap back to Brown. Fakes the give, will throw to the far sideline, complete to Washington, who'd gone out earlier on an injury, and he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. Or, oh, man, that's a fortunate spot.
Yeah, and you haven't seen them throw a whole lot of short routes, really working the outside of the field. A lot of things have been deep passes, a lot over the middle for the Weevils here in the early going.
Looked like they'd lost a yard on that play. The referees thought otherwise. 2nd down and 10 for the Boll Weevils. 5:51 left to play here in the first half. Snap back to Brown. Again, play action, loads up, throws deep, has a man in coming down the field, and they're going to throw a flag. Ball was intended for Parham, defended by Dante Brown.
Well, see where that's thrown, it's probably going to either be pass interference or defensive holding. A lot of the times you see it. It's thrown in the secondary right around the Ranger 22-yard line.
Got to be defensive holding.
Yeah, man, that's tough.
They're going to call that one against the Rangers. I believe that they tagged 46. There we go.
Yeah, Antonio Ferguson, the guilty party.
So Antonio Ferguson got a hold of somebody, and that's going to cost the Rangers 10 yards. Monticello will take the field position. They now have it 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line in Ranger territory.
Well, they've loaded up that far side. You've got single coverage down here on the near side with C.J. Parham.
Nobody really over the top. Handoff coming to the near side. Good tackle made by Dante Brown. Just an open field stop. He wrapped him up and brought him down shy of the 30-yard line. So that's going to be a gain of about 5.
That's pretty good by Dante Brown to make that tackle, limiting that to 5. Because, again, that entire far side of the field was loaded up with everybody. And Brown's able to fight off the block from Parham because if he's not able to do that, you're talking about a lot more yards gained on the ground.
Yeah, Sam Long would have been the only one to have a shot at it as they will hand the ball off, trying to attack middle of the Ranger defense. It's going to be stopped by the big man, Brian Holiday, right there in the middle. No gain on the play will bring up 3rd down and 5 for the Boll Weevils. In fact, they may have lost a half yard or so.
Yeah, it's a big play by Brian Holiday.
So 3rd down and 5, 3rd down and a long 5 coming up for the Boll Weevils. One man in the backfield with Dante Brown. I believe that's Scott. 2 wideouts to either side. Snap back to Demylan Brown, and he's going to try and run instead. We'll get across the 30-yard line. Stopped at exactly the 29. He's going to be a yard shy of a 1st down. 4th and 1 upcoming for the Boll Weevils, and it looks like they will send either the Wildcat package or the field goal team on. I'm not sure which.
Yeah, that's Klein Peter that's going to come out, the 6'1", 280-pound quarterback. And, Matt, I think we all know what's coming as Klein Peter's going to go left, right, or up the middle.
Tight formation. Nobody split out wide. Snap back to Klein Peter, and he will attack the middle of the Ranger defense. Dances himself across the yard to gain. Easily picks up the first down as he gets all the way to the 25-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Boll Weevils.
So Klein Peter, again, the backup quarterback, he's done his job a few times today. They brought him in on those short yard packages, and I think he's got a first down every time he's done it.
Got 2 rushes on the day, probably somewhere in the neighborhood of 8 or 9 yards. 1 completed pass on the afternoon for Klein Peter. 2 men in the backfield. It's Brown and his halfback. They will hand this one off. Big hole across the 25 to the 20 to the 15 before finally being brought down. Dante Brown on the stop for the Rangers. Carrying the ball that time was Chris Smith Jr. Flag comes down on the play.
Well, and what this is, Rangers had 12 guys out on the field. Wasey Williams did not get off the field in time, so
the Boll Weevils will decline that Ranger penalty, and I would too. Take the result. It's a first down anyway. 1st and 10 for the Boll Weevils. They've got the lead, and they are driving. Now, the last time they had a drive that came down this close, Dustin, Braxton Kearns came up with an interception. Turned them over on their first possession of the ball game. 1st and 10. Ball is at the 14-yard line. Snap back to Brown. Handoff to Smith. Finds a hole, and he's going to be dropped at the 10-yard line. And now a Ranger hat goes rolling off, and that's James Ellis who lost his lid.
Yeah, that's not good because now your leading tackler's got to come out off the field on this play. So looks like Wilfred Lewis will check into the game for James Ellis on this one play. And we're going to see a different package now come in for Arkansas Monticello, Matt.
They're going to bring the big man back out. Klein Peter will be the quarterback. Tight formation. Nobody split out. Four tight ends and a fullback, basically, is what they run on this play with Klein Peter. Last time he took this and just went straight up the middle. This time he will attack left side, finds a hole, barrels across the 10 down to just about the 5-yard line, give him the 6. Good pickup there. We'll bring up 3rd down and 2.
And you know what's interesting about this? If you go look at the statistics so far this year, Klein Peter, this is only his 2nd game he's played in.
Snap back to Klein Peter again. Same play. Quarterback run, this time off the right tackle. Gets forward for about a yard. Not quite enough, though. Won't move the sticks. It's going to bring up 4th and short. Will they go to the well 3 times in a row?
I think so. And, again, I was going to say he's only gained 6 yards so far this season. So, again, coming in with only 2 attempts into this game.
See if the Rangers can just stuff the middle here. Hard count by Klein Peter. Didn't work. Monticello's going to probably take a timeout, I think.
They still have 15 seconds on the play clock.
Klein Peter, nope, they're going to snap it. Takes the snap, barreling forward. He'll get across the 5-yard line, down to the 2, good enough for a first down. 3 times in a row, Klein Peter and the offensive line of the Boll Weevils has just blown holes in the middle of this Ranger defense.
And now we'll see DeMylan Brown check back in after Klein Peter. You know, you'd think he'd say, hey, Coach, I deserve a reward here. Maybe Joe can get a touchdown after all these runs.
Haven't been able to stop it. We got first down.
First time we've seen him go under center.
Brown under center. Nobody split out wide. I formation, old school football. Brown takes the snap, pitch to the right-hand side. Big hole, touchdown, Boll Weevils. Running that one into the end zone was Scott on the carry, and the Boll Weevils will go up another score. They now lead 27-17.
Well, and you said it, Matt. It's old school football right there. Line up, you got the fullback, that tight formation, just that toss out wide, and that's just too easy for Arkansas Monticello. And Weevils now all of a sudden, getting down 10-0 early, outscored the Rangers 28-7 since that first quarter.
Boy, they have got some momentum on their side right now. 19 first downs in the game for the Boll Weevils, 178 yards on the ground so far, and we have not reached halftime yet. In fact, we're still 1 minute and 25 seconds away. Point after attempt is on the way. It's up and good. Boll Weevils on top, 28-17. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug on the downtown square in Alva, Oklahoma.
Are you looking for a healthy, tasty energy boost or a delicious protein shake that tastes like ice cream? Come into Northwest Nutrition and give us a try or ask us about our 24 line. It's what all the athletes in the NFL are using and it's NSF certified. Northwest Nutrition is located across the street from Northwestern Oklahoma State next to the BCM. Students also get a daily discount. In a hurry? You can text your order to 580-732-0796. Good luck this year to all our Rangers and Lady Rangers from everyone at Northwest Nutrition.
1:25 to go until halftime. It's 28-17 on the Community Bank scoreboard as the drive summary for Arkansas Monticello as the Weevils go 13 plays, 48 yards, capping off with the touchdown run. Again, they took 4 minutes, 55 seconds off the clock as they are now, again, 28-17 on the 3-yard touchdown run from Gennaro Scott.
Ball Weevils set to kick it away. Bentley and Wallace back deep for the Rangers. End over end kick going to be fielded by Wallace at the 12, across to the 15, to the 20, to the 30, to the 35-yard line is where Wallace will eventually go down, and that will set the Rangers up 1st and 10. Good field position across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
Well, I'm anxious to see what the Rangers do. Still 1:18 to go. Northwestern has one timeout. We know, what a deep threat Gavin Garner could be. Of course, again, with that wind howling the way it is, do you come out and air it out, or you just run the ball and say, let's get to halftime?
Rangers got stopped on 4th down a series ago, gave the ball up very near midfield. Monticello took it in to score, so Northwestern going to have to try and put some yards down in the offensive stat category. Just 8 first downs for the Rangers so far in the game.
But a lot of that came in the first quarter.
It's when the Rangers did all their scoring. Snap back to Clarkson. He will throw high for his intended target. That ball a little too tall for Torrance Stevens, who was open at the 40-yard line. Incomplete on 1st down, 2nd and 10 now upcoming. Not much pressure in the face of Clarkson
Now,
that
and
time.
here's the one thing you want to be careful of, too, is you don't want to have 3 straight passes and you don't take any time off the clock. Then all of a sudden you have to punt the ball back to him again into that wind. So you got to be mindful of that.
Calyon Baker in the backfield. 2 wide receivers, top of the formation, 2 to the bottom. Snap back to Clarkson. Throws complete to Torrance Stevens. Outruns a tackler. Across the 35 to the 40 and out of bounds at the 45-yard line. Flags abound on the field.
And I think this is going to be a block in the back or holding against Northwestern that kind of freed up on that crossing route. So
Referees still discussing this, but Dustin, you're right that where that flag was thrown would be exactly what you would expect that penalty to be. Devon Blair talking to the official, maybe trying to plead his case.
As we await the call, looks like and it was thrown all the way back here from the official standing at about the 40, the umpire. Well, was wrong about the penalty flag, but still against Northwestern, though, unfortunately.
Devon Blair is going to be the one guilty of the infraction. They call him for an illegal block below the waist.
You don't see that called a whole lot nowadays either.
No.
So, well, the question is, if you're Arkansas Monticello, do you decide to decline the penalty, force it, again, 3rd and probably, 4 or 5, or do you back them up again?
Looks like they took the result, so the penalty will back the Rangers up and bring up 2nd down. I think it's a 10-yard penalty from the spot. Oh, there we go. Now they've got the yard marker moving. So a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage makes more sense, and that would make it 2nd down and 20 for the Rangers.
Yeah, Rangers
call it 17.
Yeah, they got to get to the 46 for a 1st down.
Snap back to Clarkson. He will throw out into the flat, complete to Calyon Baker. Flag on the play, block in the back upcoming. Boy, Rangers started out so clean and now can't go 2 plays without a flag.
Well, and this one I think you're going to decline if you're Arkansas Monticello. In fact, you may end up burning a timeout here.
Penalty is probably going to be called on number 74, Josh Baker.
One thing is, if you're the Rangers, you are at least burning some clock. Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. It makes it 3rd down, which the clock should start.
Short gain for the Rangers will bring up 3rd and about 14. Call it 13 yards from the 33-yard line. Under a minute now, 47 seconds. Rangers down in this one, 28-17, clock running, time expiring here in the first half of play. 2 wideouts to either side for Clarkson. 1 man in the backfield is Calyon Baker. Clock will roll down under 30. 4 seconds, 3 seconds on the play clock. 2-1, and Tanner gets it off. Stakes the snap, drops back, has some room. Clarkson's going to take off on the run and get out of bounds shy of the 40-yard line. He will pick up a few, but that will bring up a punting situation for the Rangers.
Right there, you've got a slide. That's the worst thing you could have done is going out of bounds, because now all of a sudden Arkansas Monticello doesn't have to burn their timeout. They get to save it. You got to have more of a heads-up play. I think you got to slide and keep the clock rolling and make the Weevils burn their timeout.
So the Weevils will get it back with at least a little bit of time. Looks like the man back deep is going to be Caleb Jones, the punt returner for the Weevils. They've got too many men on the field. The Rangers do not get the snap off in time. Now they send it back to Brendan Brown, who puts up a nice punt. That one's going to hit down at the 30, take a boll weevil bounce to the 35, and be down there with 16 seconds left to go in the first half. The boll weevils do not need to run a play here. They've got a 28-17 lead, Dustin. They could come out and take a knee.
I don't think they are.
I don't think I would either. You've got the wind here. You've got a shot.
Especially with one timeout in your back pocket. I expect a deep ball and tell C.J. Parham, say, hey, one-on-one maybe, go get it. And just don't. You can't let anybody get behind you here is obviously the biggest thing.
Isaiah Baker, the free safety. Sam Long, safety to the other side. They're going to trade Baker out and put Dante Brown in. So the Rangers playing 2 men back deep, kind of a prevent look for the Rangers. They will rush 4 as Dante Brown takes the snap, drops back, being pursued. He's going to be sacked all the way back to the 22-yard line. Tackle made by Nehemiah Lewis.
Boy, and that's a huge defensive play by Lewis. Rangers have yet to get to DeMylan Brown. They do now, and that's going to end up expiring the first half, but a huge defensive play to end the first half for the Rangers.
So there you have it. The Rangers will go to the locker room, trailing 28-17 against Arkansas Monticello. We'll take a break and be back with the halftime show. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 5 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
We are right in the swing of football season in Alva, Oklahoma, and Holder Drug has everything you need for your tailgates this year. Whether you support Goldbugs, Rangers, or both, Holder Drug has it all. Holder Drug also wants to remind you that fall is right around the corner. They have several new pieces of decor for your home for the new season. As always, the fountain has daily specials available and offer delivery on your medication. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, is here to help. Millions of Americans have common vision problems that can easily be corrected. Find a window of time to schedule your eye exam today. For more information, visit visionsource-alvavisionclinic.com or call us to schedule an appointment at 580-327-2393. That's 327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Goldbug activities.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Do you still have a bank CD? This is Whitney Gum with E&J Financial. Did you know there are other options that offer downside protection with the ability to generate much better returns? If you're unhappy with your CD rate, call our office today to schedule your complimentary review at 580-327-2552 or visit one of our offices in Woodward, Stillwater, Adair, or right here in Alva.
And welcome back here at halftime. It's the G&G Home Furnishings halftime show on the Community Bank Scoreboard right now. Northwestern trailing 28-17. As we begin our halftime show, we're going to bring in Vice President for Administration at Northwestern Oklahoma State, Dr. David Paikey. Good to have you up here, sir.
Good afternoon.
I know you and I had a chance to do the homecoming parade together. That was a lot of fun, which we'll talk about. But it's great to be back here for Northwestern homecoming this year. I know, and it's been 2 years since we had our last one, and it's fantastic to see all these people out here today, isn't it?
It is. I think it was pretty evident this morning, certainly at the parade and in all the other activities that have happened both here on campus and in the community, just the involvement of everybody wanting something, I hate to say this, normal again, and having our events and the traditions that always come with homecoming, and of course with the weather being nice, brought out lots of crowd this morning at the parade, and certainly the game this afternoon. If you're not here, the stands are full, and the tiers are full, so people are out enjoying a normal part of life again.
Well, and there were so many things that really led up to this event. Again, not having it last year, but a lot of things that, our Student Government Association, so many events that were happening this week that a lot of our students got to participate in again.
Yeah, SGA, I have to give a shout out to Dawson Maxwell, who's the SGA president, and Olivia Yandel, who helped sponsor. They put together activities all week long to involve all the student body, and the students came out and participated, and it was great to see them active again. And then, of course, today to see all the alumni back. They had a PLC reunion. The President's Leadership class had a 20-year reunion. Had about 75 folks back for that. That had a great time. So it's lots of things going on with old friends reconnecting again.
Well, we had the parade today, as you mentioned. It was great weather. I thought it was a very well done parade. Everything seemed to flow, I guess you could say, to it. We had a great crowd out there, And again, it was great to see a lot of the bands and everybody else that participated in the float today.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or, excuse me, in the parade today.
Yeah, absolutely. We always invite all the area high school bands, and there was some state competitions today that eliminated a couple of schools from coming up, but those that did march in the parade had a great time. We had a number of bands that stayed for the mass band performance at 3:30 today before the Ranger game kicked off. And it's great to have those high school students in Alva and on campus.
Well, I know before you made your way up here, we had the winner of the homecoming button, correct, didn't we?
Still drawing for it.
Still drawing for it, so there you go.
And I might just tell people, if you have to be present at the game, but on each of our buttons that we sell, not only do we have the merchants in Alva, many merchants give a discount for that button, but we draw for $500 of chamber bucks. We will draw up to 10 numbers. If the number is not claimed, that $500 rolls over to next year, and it would become $1,000 in chamber bucks. And I think we have 3 more numbers to go yet. So if you're close to the stadium and not yet in, use your button to get in free and pull that out. And we've been drawing those numbers.
Well, I know another event, Miss Cinderella, was this week as well, and it's another event that really ties into homecoming. And I know the staff that I know your help kind of put that on. Dr. Dina Walker was talking about it today at the parade, but that's just another event that makes homecoming so special.
Yeah, absolutely. It was the 69th annual, with the exception of the year that we skipped last year for COVID, for those young ladies to come on campus and participate. Their talent was Thursday night. The coronation ceremony was last night. And again, great crowd for that event and supporting of those young ladies.
Well, and what is Northwestern homecoming to mean? I know you probably had a chance to connect with some of these alumni and kind of gather their thoughts about being able to be back here and be a part of this.
Oh, it is, and just the people that you see. I've worked at Northwestern 31 years, and over the course of that time, I now see alumni whose children are coming back to school at Northwestern, and to see several generations of alums that are back and enjoying the traditions and reacquainting with those old friendships. It's really what homecoming is all about, and I think the relationship between the business community in Alva and the support that they give for this, and then certainly the university, it's a win-win for everybody.
It certainly is, and you mentioned Alva. We talk about that. Their homecoming was this weekend as well. On Friday, they have their distinguished Gold Bugs being back, and I know being honored this weekend. And we talked about it obviously at the parade, just kind of worked out that way, but it makes it for even a much bigger and better homecoming that both Alva and Northwestern is the same weekend.
Yeah, that doesn't happen very often. It has happened in the past, I think, to where we have the Friday night for Alva High and then Saturday for Northwestern. And you're correct, that brings back more reason for people that don't live in Alva to come back and visit family and visit friends. And I think they had a great turnout at their game on Friday night as well.
Well, what was the planning like leading up to homecoming? I know you have the homecoming committee. There's several subcommittees that are really part of it. But kind of what has been the discussion really since 2019 to kind of plan this homecoming and come up with the game on, I guess you could say, the theme?
Well, what most people don't know is that our committee is made up of about 20 individuals, some from the campus community and some from the Alva community. And we actually meet all year long. Those subcommittees, for instance, Gary Brown is always out getting antique cars that will ride in the parade. The local pageants are going on at the area high schools for Cinderella contestants. So our committee is able to go and work year-round. In the spring, we always choose a parade marshal and a theme. We did that thinking that we would have homecoming in 2020. Of course, that didn't happen. So we rolled the theme over. Game On is our theme this year. And then our parade marshal, Linda Tutwiler, we allowed her to kind of carry that title for another year, so she was able to ride in the parade this morning. But here shortly, we'll have a wrap-up meeting and kind of take notes on things that maybe could be improved on. And then come this spring, we'll gather nominations for theme ideas and for parade marshal ideas, and our committee will start back in again.
But I know, last question, you guys have already set a date. What are we looking at for next year for 2022?
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be playing, homecoming will be on Saturday, October 1st next year, 2022. So you can certainly mark that date on your calendar and plan to be back in Alva for another great celebration.
Well, Dr. Pankey, I appreciate you joining me here at halftime to talk Ranger homecoming. Always a fantastic festivity, and I look forward to doing the parade with you again next year.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. Thanks again to Dr. David Pankey for joining us here during our G&G Home Furnishings halftime show. We will take a timeout, come back, have more of your halftime show right after this. This is Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug, here on the Ranger Sports Network 105.7.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Most people prefer honest, friendly, prompt service from local folks they can trust. Sure, it sounds simple, but that's not always what you get. At K&K Body Works in Alva, you'll receive just that. Expert service and collision repair from a business you can trust. Since 1958, K&K Body Works' goal is to make our auto body service as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, they do every job with the highest level of professionalism. Get your free estimate today by visiting knkbodyworks.com or stop by in person at 301 Flynn Street right here in Alva.
Welcome back to the G&G Home Furnishings halftime show. Dustin Goodham alongside Matt Adair. Do want to thank each one of our homecoming sponsors who helped make
welcome.
help make again our broadcast possible for the parade this morning. I want to thank Garnett Oil Company, a proud sponsor of Alva Northwestern homecoming this year. Right into fall with this great tire deal. Get up to a $70 prepaid Visa card with the purchase of 4 new qualifying Hercules tires. Also enjoy free road hazard for 2 years or the first half of the tread life of the tire. Again, it's a free replacement for any road hazard that might ruin your tire. Call them at 580-327-2691. This offer is valid through October the 15th. Also want to thank Wheeler Brothers. Since 1917, Wheeler Brothers has been serving local farmers and ranchers with their chemical, fertilizer, seed, and feed needs. Please stop by their Alva location at 420 Santa Fe. Visit with their staff for any questions or assistance for your crop production needs. For more information and news in the market, visit their website at WheelerBrothers.com. They wish a good luck to Alva Northwestern this weekend on homecoming. And our final homecoming sponsor, the Elegant Tone. It's part of the fun of shopping is finding that perfect treasure. Then the Elegant Tone at downtown Alva offers both fun and folly. You can find a little bit of everything at the Elegant Toad, from clothing, books, furniture, toys, and also antiques. They're located at 330 Flynn Street and open 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. Again, for fun and folly, try the Elegant Toad right here in Alva. Again, those are your homecoming sponsors. Again, appreciate those businesses for being a part of our 2021 Alva Northwestern homecoming this year. As we will take another timeout, come back, have more of your G&G Home Furnishings halftime show right after this. We'll run down some halftime scores and statistics coming up next. This is Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug on the Ranger Sports Network, 105.7.
Your hometown Alva Walmart is proud to support Northwestern Oklahoma State University athletics. Everyday low price is the cornerstone of our strategy, and our price focus has never been stronger. Today's customer seeks the convenience of one-stop shopping that we offer, from grocery and entertainment to sporting goods and crafts. We provide the deep assortment that our customers appreciate, whether they're shopping online at walmart.com, through one of our mobile apps, or shopping in our store. The Alva Walmart likes to wish the best of luck to all Ranger and Lady Ranger teams this season.
Don't be at risk with your home, farm, or business this year because of faulty wiring. Call the experts at Northwest Electric at 580-327-3201. Northwest Electric is a trusted name in the electrical industry and should be your choice locally for all your electrical needs. Daryl, David, and Scott have over 100 years of combined electrical experience and been serving you beyond the call of duty for over 40 years. So stop by their showroom in the downtown square in Alva to browse for your electrical needs. Northwest Electric, where we don't do all the business, just yours.
Farmers are the backbone of our country, especially right here in Western Oklahoma. And we've got our farmers' backs at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. We are here to serve all needs to our farmers and ranchers with livestock loans, rural loans, real estate loans, operating loans, and of course, agribusiness loans. Serving our farmers since 1916 at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. Call or come by today and speak to one of our loan officers in Alva, Anadarko, Clinton, Elk City, Guyman, Tuttle, and Woodward.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft has been locally owned and operated for 36 years, and they offer a full line of award-winning brands like Chevy, Buick, and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come and see us right here in Alva. We're located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
G&G Home Furnishings in Alva proudly supports all Alva and Northwestern activities. G&G wants to remind you their store is dedicated to helping you find the perfect pieces to fit your home or business needs. Right now, G&G has several new fall decor pieces to choose from for your living room. They are also now carrying appliances from brands such as LG, Samsung, GE, and Electrolux. For more information, check out their Facebook page for new arrivals or visit their website at gnghomefurnishings.com or stop by and see them in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Ranger Nation, welcome back to Ranger Field. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow here in this battle between Arkansas, Monticello, and Northwestern on homecoming weekend here in Alva, Oklahoma. Monticello leads the Rangers 28-17 at the midway point. Let's take a look at the statistics through the first half of play. Monticello's picked up 20 first downs in the first half. Northwestern just 8 to show for their efforts. Rushing yards, Monticello has rushed the ball 31 times. They have 172 rushing yards to go along with 131 pass yards. Their quarterbacks, a combination of the Mylan Brown and lost his name. There we go. Edwin Kleinpepper have combined to go 10 of 17 with one interception in the first half of play. Total plays in offense, Monticello snapped the ball 48 times in the first half of the game. They have 303 total yards to show for it. They've held the ball for 18 minutes and 46 seconds. Let's compare that with the Rangers. 8 first downs for Northwestern. Northwestern's rushed the ball 12 times for 80 yards on the ground. Tanner Clarkson has 114 pass yards in the game. Clarkson is 9 of 12, no interceptions thus far. The Rangers have only snapped the ball 24 times. They have 194 total yards. The Rangers have had the ball for 11 minutes and 14 seconds in the first half. So Monticello has literally doubled up the Rangers on plays in the first half. 48 offensive snaps for Monticello, just 24 for the Rangers. 303 yards for Monticello, just 194 for the Rangers. Monticello's been penalized 8 times for 79 yards. The Rangers have caught up quickly. 8 penalties for Northwestern for 80 yards. Third down conversions, Monticello is 7 of 10, converting 70% of their third downs. The Rangers are just 1 of 5, converting only 20% of their third downs. Monticello is 2 of 2 on fourth downs. Northwestern is 0 of 1 in red zone scores and chances. Monticello 2 of 3. The one time they didn't score was because Braxton Kearns picked up an interception. Northwestern is 1 of 1 scores and chances from the red zone. Let's take a look at individual leaders. Demillion Brown, 7 rushes for 68 yards, 1 touchdown. He's got a 46-yard long as a rush. Scott, their tailback, has rushed the ball 7 times. He's got 46 yards and a touchdown to show for it. Chris Smith Jr. has 7 carries as well for 29 yards. Passing, Demillion Brown, 9 of 16, 1 interception, 124 yards, 2 TDs. He's been sacked 1 time today. For the Rangers, rushing, Torrance Stevens has 1 carry for 36 yards. Calyon Baker has 7 carries for 28 yards, and Tanner Clarkson has 4 carries for 16 yards. Clarkson, 9 of 12 on the day for 114 pass yards, 2 touchdowns, a long of 52. Gavin Garner has 3 receptions, 2 touchdowns to show for it, 75 yards so far on the day. Matt Caputo has 3 catches for 24 yards, and Calyon Baker has 2 catches for 3 yards. Torrance Stevens has 1 catch for 12 yards. Brendan Brown's done a great job punting the ball today, 2 punts for 51 yards, averaging about 26 yards per punt. He's punted both of those into the wind. Monticello has 1 punt for 1 yard. So Northwestern winning the punting battle, but that's about it. Dustin, the big stat that jumps out to me is 70% for Arkansas Monticello on third down conversions, just 20% for the Rangers. That hurts.
Yeah, and a lot of those have been, third and shorts. I think they completed the one. You have to go all the way back. I think it was late in the first quarter, early in the second quarter. They had the deep ball that they threw that picked it up was Isaiah Cross. But outside of that, everything has been third and manageable, third and short for the Weevils in the first half. And they've been very balanced. I mean, look at 131 yards through the air, 172 on the ground. So the Rangers, something's going to have to give here in the second half. Northwestern's going to have to find a way to keep pace. We had a great start to the game. You get the 10-0 lead. You're up 17-7. When from that point on, it was really all Weevils. And again, a lot of that they did was with the win. So when you're Northwestern, you got to get the ball back. You're going to have to, I think, start airing it out and using that win to your advantage, because the running game hasn't done much for Northwestern in the first half, at least, with just the 80 yards. So hopefully we see maybe get that running game going, but I think also trying to take some more deep shots to, Gavin Garner, because he's been pretty uncoverable here in the first half.
Well, and defensively, I think you just got to get off the field. 48 plays for them, just 24 for us. Our defense has been out there way too much. We'll take a quick timeout and be back with third quarter action. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva.
Myth. All cell phone providers have the same coverage. Fact. Cell phone carriers are not created equal. Most carriers put their focus on national and metro areas, while employees at Pioneer Cellular put their focus on you. At Pioneer Cellular, they have over 400 cell phone towers that are located where you need them the most. You are covered, and that's the truth. Call today, 800-641-2732, or visit gopioneer.com to learn more about the Pioneer Cellular coverage.
Are you craving a delicious breakfast to start your day off right? Then 818 Diner in Alva is the place for you. 818 Diner serves all your favorite breakfast items like the 818 combo, pancakes, plus chicken and waffles. Swing through their drive-thru for a quick breakfast sandwich, biscuits and gravy, delicious hot and chocolate-fed lattes, or other espresso drinks. Open every day except Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come by and see us at 818 Oklahoma Boulevard, right here in Alva.
And welcome back here as we are set to begin the second half. Rangers will be going against the wind to start the third quarter. So Arkansas Monticello will boot it away.
Toe to leather, and we are underway. Deep kickoff will take Baker all the way back to the 1 yard line, out to the 5, to the 10, has a hole across the 20, across the 30, to the 40, got a good block, and that's Bentley, not Baker, on the run out across the 50 and run out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Phenomenal return for Romello Bentley right there, and he will set the Rangers up with fantastic field position.
Boy, that's a huge momentum play, and we've got a Ranger down at the 31-32, and then another call from the Whitecap. So the Rangers, I think, going to tack on more yardage here. So Northwestern's going to open up their drive with terrific field position for the offense.
That is Devon Blair that was down, and he was down right where a flag went down.
So DeBlair able to bounce right back up, it looks like.
I didn't catch the call, Dustin, did you?
I did not. I know it was a penalty against Arkansas Monticello, but so all of a sudden, instead of the Rangers starting right around the 40, 35-yard line, they're going to be inside the 30 at the 28. Boy, that's huge.
Man, this is fantastic. This is a gift of field position to start things off here in the third quarter. At this point, Dusty, you'd like to say on this drive the Rangers really need to do something, but with this field position, it almost changes to a have to do something.
Yes, it does, and I don't think 3 points is going to cut it. I think you got to get in the end zone.
Torrance Stevens in motion from right to left. Snap back to Clarkson. Hand off to Baker, and he is buried right at the line of scrimmage. No chance there as Beard comes flying through and tattoos Calyon Baker.
Yeah, and Akil Beard's a big kid, 6'2", 235, the senior from Fort Worth, Texas. A transfer from Missouri Southern just walloped Calyon Baker and allowed him to go nowhere. And that front line has been pretty good today for Arkansas Monticello, and not only that, linebackers making pretty good plays, as you saw from Akil Beard right there.
Nothing doing on first down. 2nd and 10 now upcoming. They'll send Baker in motion. Snap back to Clarkson. Tanner will evade pressure, running to the near sideline. Flag down on the play, and Clarkson takes a big hit along the sideline as he is knocked out of bounds by the pursuing defense.
And I'm afraid what this may be is it's thrown in the area of holding. Let's hope it's not, because that's what you don't want to see coming out here. You had fantastic field position.
So holding against the Rangers. 90 penalty yards in the game now for Northwestern as they continue to stack up.
Well, and that's the thing. Arkansas Monticello had a lot of those, again, early on in the going. They've kind of calmed it down with the penalties. All of a sudden, it's almost, it's been flipped where Northwestern all of a sudden having trouble with these penalties when they're just coming at crucial times in the game.
2nd down and 20 now coming up for the Rangers. Ball at the 38-yard line. So field position going the wrong direction. Man in motion for Clarkson is Calyon Baker. Fakes the throw. Clarkson will go on the quarterback keeper. Head down, runs over a defender at the 30-yard line, and then Clarkson pushes the pile to the 35. He doesn't run like a quarterback, but Tanner Clarkson picks up a big chunk right there. 15 yards on 2nd down.
Yeah, he ran right through the attempted tackle from Tyrone Brumfield that time, the 5'11 junior, and boy, just put his head down and ran right through it. That's a good pickup for Tanner Clarkson. I like that.
Brumfield got punished right there by the QB. Clarkson again out of the gun. 2 wide receivers to the near side, 2 to the far side. Calyon Baker in the backfield. 4 down linemen for Monticello. Now they'll back out. Change their coverage as Northwestern sends a tight end in motion across the formation. Clarkson with time to throw, steps up in the pocket and puts one out there. That is going to be incomplete. Matt Caputo was the intended target. Ball thrown just a tick behind him and allowed the defense to come up and make a play.
Yeah, it did. Allowed Chason Taylor to get a hand in there to knock it away. And the Rangers, again, kind of in really tough territory. You can't kick a field goal from here kicking into that wind. Again, that would be right about a 43-yarder. So I'm expecting the Rangers to go for this here.
I would go for it and throw the ball to Gavin Garner.
And again, he's over on the far side. Of course, they've looked like they've got safety help over the top, as that's Katron Allen.
2 wideouts left, 2 right. Baker in the backfield. Clarkson barking out orders at the line of scrimmage. 20 seconds left on the play clock. Plenty of time. 3 down linemen for Monticello here. Torrance Stevens in motion, snap back. Clarkson has it all day long, surveys the field, throws incomplete, flag down on the play. Tipped ball at the line of scrimmage, but the flag comes out all the way over on the far side of the field. And we'll have to see what this penalty is. That's an odd place to have a penalty marker thrown.
It is.
Could be sideline interference, maybe.
It could be, and well, that's going to be an illegal formation against Northwestern, and Monticello declined the penalty, and boy, that's, Matt, you said they had to do, and just nothing there. Penalties killed them.
Yep. Penalties got the best of the Rangers on that drive, and that's unfortunate. They gave away a possession that started at the 28-yard line, 1st down and 10. And now Monticello will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line in Ranger territory. So, not the way you wanted things to work out that time. Clarkson had an open receiver there, but credit to the defensive line. They got a hand up and got a tip. Didn't get a bunch of it, but just enough to knock that ball off target. and forced the incomplete pass.
Well, now you put a red-hot offense back out of there. And, of course, Arkansas Monticello is going to have the win for
this
the
entire
third quarter. Yeah. And, again, Rangers led 17-7 at the end of the first, were outscored 21-0. The Weevils, again, taking advantage of the wind, and that's where that 7 points by the Weevils in the first quarter was huge, going into the wind, able to get 7 points on the board.
DeMylan Brown has shown that he can throw the ball downfield, and he's got some pretty able wide receivers. And then if everybody's stuck in coverage, he's not afraid to tuck it up and run either. One man in the backfield with Brown. That is going to be Manuel. Be the first halfback in. 4 wideouts here. Give to Manuel, looking for a hole up the middle. Finds a small crease. Going to be wrapped up and stopped shy of the 30 at the 29-yard line. Brian Holiday looks to be the first man in on the tackle.
Yeah, James Ellis along with Braxton Kearns in on the play, and it really didn't look like Manuel was going to have much. Made a nice move, though, to at least pick up 3.
Dorian Manuel back in the formation. 3 wideouts to the near side. Snap back to Brown. Hand off to Manuel again. Holiday's got a big paw on him at the line of scrimmage, and they're going to get Manuel stopped for no gain on second down. That'll bring up 3rd down and 7 from the 29-yard line.
Yeah, back-to-back plays, big back-to-back plays made by Brian Holiday, and then you see a few other Rangers come in and wrap up Manuel, and this is a 3rd down. You got to get off the field defensively. First half, giving up 7 of 10 on 3rd down.
Manuel will stay in the backfield. He'll be lined up to the left of Brown. 2 wideouts left, 2 right. 4 wide receivers in the formation. Snap back to Brown. Wants to throw. Pressure coming from Lewis. He's got him wrapped up, and Brown is going to go down. A big sack from Nehemiah Lewis for the second time today, assisted by Brian Holiday. They will take DeMylan Brown down at the 20-yard line, and that'll bring up a big 4th down. And the Boll Weevils will punt it away.
Boy, that may be the best defensive series of the day for Northwestern. Got a little bit more pressure on DeMylan Brown, I thought, and then Nehemiah Lewis picking up his 2nd sack of the day. That's what you wanted to see coming out here after the Rangers not able to do anything with that offensive possession. Defense, holds and makes a stand.
Romello Bentley back deep to receive this punt. Oddly enough, man in motion for the punt. Low snap, Rangers coming. High kick away. Backing the receiver up to the 28-yard line. And now Bentley will dance at the 30 and then go backwards to about the 26. And that's where he will be finally taken to the ground by the pursuing punt coverage. Good punt for the Boll Weevils.
Yeah, it certainly was. It looks like we got a media timeout.
Media timeout on the field. Rangers trailing 28-17, 11-19 left to go in the 3rd quarter. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Myth. All cell phone providers have the same coverage. Fact. Cell phone carriers are not created equal. Most carriers put their focus on national and metro areas, while employees at Pioneer Cellular put their focus on you. At Pioneer Cellular, they have over 400 cell phone towers that are located where you need them the most. You are covered, and that's the truth. Call today, 800-641-2732, or visit gopioneer.com to learn more about the Pioneer Cellular coverage.
Are you craving a delicious breakfast to start your day off right? Then 818 Diner in Alva is the place for you. 818 Diner serves all your favorite breakfast items like the 818 combo, pancakes, plus chicken and waffles. Swing through their drive-thru for a quick breakfast sandwich, biscuits and gravy, delicious hot and chocolate-fed lattes, or other espresso drinks. Open every day except Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come by and see us at 818 Oklahoma Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Clarkson and company back out on the field for the Rangers. Northwestern moving left to right, so they'll be heading toward the tiers. For those of you that have been here in Alva, they'll send Baker in motion. Low snap. Clarkson handles it. Lots of time. Sets up. Throws. Gavin Garner wide open. Caught at the 45. Foot race to the 40. Downhill to the 30. To the 20. 10. 5. Touchdown, Gavin Garner.
Nobody anywhere near Gavin Garner. That may have been the easiest throw of Tanner Clarkson's young career here at starting quarterback for Northwestern. That was Ashton, I believe, Duncan that time, and he was nowhere near Garner. Just put that one out there, and that's going to be the easiest score of the day for the Rangers.
Some miscommunication in the defensive backfield for Monticello for sure. It looked like Duncan thought he was playing zone. The safety thought he was playing man. Nobody covers Gavin Garner. The single most dangerous guy in the field to leave uncovered burns Monticello for a big hit there.
When you look up busted coverage in the dictionary, it's going to show a picture right there.
Absolutely. Two guys with their hands up looking at each other. Point after attempt is on the way. It's no good. Oh, my goodness. The Rangers missed the extra point into the wind. A tough kick to make. They now trail Monticello 28-22. We'll take a break and be back. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug in Alva, Oklahoma.
Integris Bass Baptist Health Center wishes the Northwestern Rangers the best of luck in this year's football season. We know injuries sometimes happen, and we want you to remember that Integris Health offers top-notch orthopedic care with Dr. Brett Fry, located in Enid. Integris Bass Baptist Health Center provides leading-edge treatment to keep you moving and get you back in the game. For your orthopedic needs, insist on Integris.
Are you looking for a healthy, tasty energy boost or a delicious protein shake that tastes like ice cream? Come into Northwest Nutrition and give us a try, or ask us about our 24 line. It's what all the athletes in the NFL are using, and it's NSF certified. Northwest Nutrition is located across the street from Northwestern Oklahoma State, next to the BCM. Students also get a daily discount. In a hurry? You can text your order to 580-732-0796. Good luck this year to all our Rangers and Lady Rangers from everyone at Northwest Nutrition.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Gavin Garner and Tanner Clarkson team up for a big hit of a touchdown. That one is going to go 74 yards to the house on a pitch and catch from Tanner Clarkson to Gavin Garner. Huge touchdown, and Gavin Garner, easiest touchdown he's ever scored.
Yeah, it certainly was. And if you're the Weevils coaching staff, you got to think, how in the world do we let that guy go wide open?
High end-over-end kick, fair catch called for and made at the 20-yard line by the Weevils. And that's where I think they will have it at the 25-yard line. Injured Boll Weevil on the field. So we'll take a quick timeout for the injury while the young man's being attended to. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 5 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Andrew Davis, the injured player for the Boll Weevils, and he will come off the field under his own power, making his way to the sideline. Boll Weevil offense back out onto the field. Rangers had a 2-play, 73-yard drive for a touchdown. Took 11 seconds off the clock. Tanner Clarkson found Gavin Garner wide open for an easy Ranger touchdown. DeMylan Brown in the backfield. Halfback this time will be Logan Penn. Snap back, hand off to Penn, big hole, makes a tackler miss at the 30, breaks out to the 35, down to the 40-yard line. Sam Long will finally finish off the tackle. But that's a big pickup on first down all the way to the 46-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Boll Weevils.
Well, you kind of held your breath there because it looked like a lot of running room for Logan Penn, but secondary's able to bring him down.
Monticello wants to play tempo, hand off to Penn again. They got a hand on him in the backfield, couldn't bring him down, and he will bowl forward for a couple of yards, end up just shy of midfield. Penn will quickly exit the game, coming in to take his place.
Looks like Isaiah Flores, who made the stop.
Taking his place will be Scott. J-Rose Scott, now the running back. Brown will take the shotgun snap, handoff to Scott, straight up the middle across the 45 to the 40 before he's slung down. And again, it's Sam Long on the stop. And really, Dustin, Sam Long is the first Ranger to put hands on him, and Long is playing free safety right now. He's 10 yards off the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, that's not good there. I mean, you saw it on the very first drive. Northwestern was able to shut down the running game, and then all of a sudden, 3 big runs, or at least 2 big runs in one short game for the Weevils here. Again, with the win in the third quarter.
Monticello eating up yards in chunks on the ground right now. Snap back to Brown. Handoff again to Scott, and he'll dive out across the 35-yard line to the 34 in Ranger territory. 9:47 left to go here in quarter number 3. Rangers down 28-23. Tight one here at homecoming for Northwestern. Rangers had a lead for a big part of the first half of this game.
Keep an eye on this play. See what the Weevils do here as Brian Holliday's going to come off the field. They might try and go right back up the middle with him out.
Scott again in the backfield, and again he will take the carry, running off right tackle. Big hole across the 30, spinning down to the 26-yard line. Enough for a Boll Weevil 1st and 10.
We see Logan Penn going to check back in now for Gennaro Scott.
Seen a combination of Penn and Scott pretty heavy today. 3 wideouts in the formation for Brown. The Boll Weevils have done nothing but run on this series so far. Now they'll take Brown on a quarterback design keeper across the right-hand side, dives out across the 20-yard line, and they will mark him back to exactly the 20.
Well, I'm surprised to see him kind of dive that time, Matt. It looked like he had kind of a lot of running room if he stays on his feet. And he may have just kind of tripped up.
Yeah, the turf monster may have jumped up and got him after that 6-yard gain. 2nd and 4 now for the Boll Weevils. Snap back to Brown. Play action. Throwing for the end zone. Has a man out there. Incomplete pass. Hit the receiver in the hands. That's Benway in coverage working against Parham.
Boy, and Benway had good coverage. Parham that time just dropped it. That was a pretty good throw for DeMylan Brown. And you're going to go back and probably take a look at Parham and say, hey, man, you got to catch that one, come up with it, because that's 6 points, because DeMylan Brown put that one right on the money to Parham. You're not going to see him drop too many of those very often.
Rangers getting their coverage team figured out. They'll run 2 men on and 1 man off and 1 man back on. And little confusion defensively for the Rangers. Monticello up tight, I formation. Brown under center. Nobody split wide. Snap back, handoff to Scott. Dyke breaks a tackle at the 20-yard line, and he will skate into the end zone. Northwestern pulled everybody in on that tight set, and Scott beat him to the outside. Touchdown for the Boll Weevils.
Yeah, the only guy that had a chance and got a hand on him was Terry Adapier's off the right side, and once he got by him, everybody was bunched up, and that was an easy 6 points, and all of that, again, coming on the ground for the Weevils on this drive.
Took 1 shot in the air, and it was an incomplete pass. All the rest of them were runs. So Arkansas Monticello has answered the call of the Rangers. They now lead 34-23 on the Community Bank scoreboard, point after attempt upcoming. The Rangers missed theirs. We'll see if Monticello boots this one through. Kick is up, looks good, is good. And the Boll Weevils will take a 35-23 lead. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ranger Sports, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 5 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
We are right in the swing of football season in Alva, Oklahoma, and Holder Drug has everything you need for your tailgates this year. Whether you support Goldbugs, Rangers, or both, Holder Drug has it all. Holder Drug also wants to remind you that fall is right around the corner. They have several new pieces of decor for your home for the new season. As always, the fountain has daily specials available and offer delivery on your medication. This all happens at Holder Drug, located on the downtown square right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger football. Kickoff underway for Monticello. Going to be fielded by Bentley at the 3-yard line. Out across the 5 to the 10, running the far side of the field. Finds a little crease at the 20. Now out across the 30, cutting back, and he's going to be leveled at the 36-yard line. Good return by Romello Bentley for the second time, setting the Rangers up with pretty good field position. Flag down on the play at about the 23-yard line. And, of course, there's a flag down. We couldn't have a play without one of those.
Yeah, that was, again, another good drive by Arkansas Monticello. All that almost being done on the ground after the touchdown run from Scott. Again, only pass that was thrown was to Parham, who dropped it as we await the call. It's going to go against the Rangers, Matt.
Personal foul, blindside block, whistled against Dwight Walker. And that will back the Rangers up 15 yards from the spot, which was at about the 22-yard line.
Boy, that's not what you wanted, is all of a sudden now you're going to be back inside, looks like your own 15.
Going to mark the ball down at the 11. 1st and 10, Rangers at the 11-yard line.
How about that? Nobody winning the winning number for
The
their homecoming button. A little
Gonna-
surprising.
Next year's $500 giveaway sounds like it'll be $1,000. So, Tanner Clarkson and company back out on the field, 89 yards between them and a touchdown. They will send Stevens in motion, handoff to Calyon Baker, who takes on a linebacker at the 15-yard line. He'll get to the 16 on first down. Good pickup for Calyon. Now they're going to back it up to the 15. So gain of 4 on first down. 2nd and 6 upcoming for the Rangers. 2 wideouts to the near side. 1 wideout to the far side. Oddly enough, none of them named Gavin Garner. Clarkson will send Stevens in motion. Calyon Baker in the backfield. Stevens will go around Clarkson. Hand off to Baker up the middle as the Rangers will try and get the run game established for a second time. And now a late flag will come in. That was a good 10, 12 seconds after the play.
Well, I'm afraid this may go against Devon Blair as you kind of see him throwing his hands up, wondering what he did. And again, this is the stuff that you can't have happen because, you're looking at 3rd and 3, 3rd and 4, manageable. Now all of a sudden you be backed up again.
That's Isaiah Haro who drew that flag.
I said Devon Blair. My apologies to Devon Blair.
And Haro will come off the field, replaced by Garner. The Rangers will give up half the distance to the goal and now be faced with a 3rd and long situation. From bad to worse, Dustin, if you don't convert here, Brendan Brown is going to be forced to punt into a very stiff breeze from the shadow of his own end zone. Rangers need to get something going here.
Yeah, and I would expect Northwestern to probably take a shot here. I mean, you see it down on the near side as Gavin Garner's matched up with Ashtrain Duncan. He just burnt last time.
2 wideouts to the far side, 2 to the near side. They'll send Baker in motion. Empty backfield for Clarkson. Takes the snap. Throws incomplete to a diving Torrance Stevens. And that will bring up 4th and long for the Rangers and the situation we just talked about. Brendan Brown is going to be asked to perform a miracle. Needs to get a good punt off here, but it will be from the shadow of his own goalpost. Back deep to return is going to be Caleb Jacobs, the wide receiver for Arkansas Monticello. He will line up at the 45-yard line in Ranger territory.
Yeah, that's what's it. And he's actually going to back up right around the 50. But, again, Brown is really going to have to get off a good punt here because I don't think there's any question Monticello is going to start in Ranger territory.
Brown is 5 yards deep in his own end zone. Kicks this one high. Wobbling kick will bounce at the 30 and just kind of knuckle and die right there. So Brendan Brown gave it all he could, and Monticello will take over with fantastic field position, 1st down and 10 from the Ranger 30-yard line.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. They give credit to the Weevils, taking advantage of the wind. The wind has played such a huge factor here today. As the Rangers took advantage in the first quarter, but with the Weevils with it in the second, now in the third. And again, last time for the Weevils, a lot of that damage was done on the ground.
So the Ranger defense being asked to defend a very short field. DeMylan Brown in the gun, takes the snap, fakes the give, wants to throw it. He's going to be sacked. And a flag comes in because why wouldn't it?
And I don't know what this is. I think it's going to be a hold against Monticello. I was hoping they weren't going to be throwing a flag for maybe a face mask against the Rangers, but I think this is coming back.
That was the first thing I thought was this may be a face mask penalty, but they are talking to the Rangers and indicating that it's going to be a hold against Monticello. So the question is, do you take the penalty or the result of the play and don't give them the redo on first down? And I think Matt Walter and company made the right choice here. Decline the penalty. It was already a 6-yard loss, so you're only talking about 4 yards difference, and now they're facing second and long instead of first and long. 4 down linemen for the Rangers, 3 wideouts for Brown, who will take the snap, give up the middle to Scott, make some running room. He'll get out across the 30-yard line and then just drive the pile to the 29. So got all of the lost yardage back, plus 1, brings up 3rd down and 9 from the 29-yard line in Ranger territory.
And I think this is a passing situation, but boy, it would not surprise me to see them, again, hand the ball off, though, as they've had some success here in the second half running the football with Gennaro Scott.
Scott will, in fact, be the tailback here. Brown barking out orders at the line of scrimmage. He'll go out of the shotgun. 3 wideouts, 2 right, 1 left. Tight end in the formation. Takes the snap, drops back, wants to throw. Pressure coming. He'll escape right, throws downfield behind his intended target. Incomplete. Flag on the play. Comes down at the 39-yard line. It's in the area where you would expect to see a holding call.
And I think that's what it's going to be. As you could see that, Nehemiah Lewis was, again, being held as he was putting pressure on DeMylan Brown. Left tackle really had no choice but to do that.
Referees sorting out the penalty now. 6:01 left to play here in the third quarter. Rangers trail 35-23.
Oh, my apologies. Not holding. It's a hands to the face penalty, so it's actually going to be, instead of 10, it'll be 15 yards. So they'll actually back them up. So this really kind of takes them, because, you decline the penalty, they really could kick a long field goal with that win, but now all of a sudden you take them out of field goal range.
Ball moves all the way back to the 44-yard line in Ranger territory, and this is going to make for 3rd down and 24 yards from the 44. 6:01 left to go in quarter number 3, 35-23. Monticello on top of Northwestern here at homecoming in Alva. Community Bank scoreboard lit up here in the third quarter.
As we're still waiting to get back to play.
Ball is set ready. 3rd down upcoming. Snap back to Brown. Pressure coming. He will flush to the far side. Throws complete to the tight end at the 35. He will get down to about the 33-yard line, a long ways away from first down territory. Washington makes the reception, and I think Dax Benway may have been in on the stop.
Boy, Washington actually gave up a few yards that time by trying to go, horizontal instead of just keep going vertical up the field. Really had a good opportunity to probably pick up yardage inside the 30, and Weevils may have went for it at that point.
They're going to bring on the punt team, but I don't know if I buy it.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised. I think I'd maybe take a shot.
They could punt this one to the baseball field if they wanted to. Snap back, fake punt. Here we go. End around, coming to the near side across the 30. Shoved out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Well short of first down territory. Flag on the play.
I got to tell you, that's an interesting call, and you said it, Matt. You didn't believe it, and I don't know why you'd run that. Penalty is going to give against the Weevils, but I don't know why you'd run that. Why wouldn't you just put the ball in DeMylan Brown's hands and let him throw the ball?
Yeah, I think, even an interception at that point is going to be better than what you tried right there. So, unique call.
Very surprising. I'm very surprised by that with the Weevils. And I know you've got all this momentum and here in the second half with that 12-point lead, but I believe I'd have let my offense stay out on the field.
Well, so here we go. Ranger offense. Tanner Clarkson and company back out on the field. He'll have 3 receivers to the top of the formation, 1 at the bottom, which will be the near side. Calyon Baker in the backfield, Clarkson in the gun. 3 down linemen for Monticello. Handoff to Baker, going far side, looking for a corner, makes the 25 up to the 30. Flag on the play. I think we can just assume flag on the play from here on out because there's been one on like every play.
Well, this one, unfortunately, is coming back because it's going to be a hold against the Rangers. And this is 2 drives in a row now. Northwestern's going to be behind the chains on first down.
Man, the holding penalties are stacking up. Referees are just eagle-eyed today. So the Rangers will back up 10 yards and try it again. First down upcoming. This one will be from the 15-yard line. You know, Coach, I'm not sure, but I'm going to look for that. 10-yard penalty against the Rangers. Clarkson out of the gun, 4 wideouts, 2 to either side. Baker in the backfield. Snap back to Clarkson, hand off to Baker. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, nothing doing. Gotta say that. Got a gain of about 2.
Yeah, that was Dante Perry who made the stop for the Weevils. Hole closed pretty quickly.
Down, we've got an injured Weevil on the field at about the 15-yard line. Good opportunity to step out for an injury timeout here in just a second. We'll set the table for you. 4:44 left to play in the third. Rangers down 35-23 to Arkansas Monticello, and Northwestern's got the ball. We'll take a quick timeout and be back. You're listening to Ranger Sports, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Alva State Bank and Trust Company prides itself on supporting our customers. For over 100 years, we've been part of this community. We invite you to stop by and learn more about the qualities that we display, like community involvement and great customer service.
Call, stop by, or visit www.alvastatebank.com to open an account and let us show you what family banking is all about. We are big enough to serve you and small enough to know you. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Your eyes are the windows to your health. When was the last time you had them examined? Alva Vision Clinic, a member of Vision Source, is here to help. Millions of Americans have common vision problems that can easily be corrected. Find a window of time to schedule your eye exam today. For more information, visit visionsource-alvavisionclinic.com or call us to schedule an appointment at 580-327-2393. That's 327-2393. Alva Vision Clinic proudly supports all Ranger and Gold Bug activities.
Clarkson out of the shotgun following the stoppage of play. Handoff to Calyon Baker, hole up the middle, right behind a blocker, out across the 25-yard line, rolled up at the 28. Good play, or good gain forward. Great run by Calyon right there, however, well short of first down yardage. It's going to bring up third down, and we're going to call it 7.
Yeah, brings up third and manageable.
No flag on the play.
Surprising. Apparently, the officials are wanting to just make this one of the longer games here in the second half. We've seen it thrown, not every 1 to 2 plays, you're seeing a flag thrown out.
4 wideouts for Clarkson here. Calyon Baker in the backfield, just 3 down linemen for Monticello. They'll send Baker in motion. Clarkson drops back, pressure coming from the backside. Clarkson steps up in the pocket, throws over the middle of the field, and it is incomplete. Intended target that time was tight end Alex Baxter, who couldn't bring it in. Close, but just couldn't get a handle on it.
And that's tough. Now Rangers are going to be forced to punt once more. And the good thing is you're not at least, Brendan Brown's not going to be standing inside of his own 15 or 20.
Brendan Brown punted the last one from about 5 yards deep in the end zone, made contact with it at give or take the goal line. This time, he will be set up at the 13-yard line to receive the punt. Line of scrimmage is the 28. Snap back to Brendan Brown, gets the punt away, driving kick into the wind. End over end, it will hit down at the 45-yard line and take a boll weevil bounce across the 50, and they will have it at the 49, 1st and 10.
Boy, and that's the one thing you really hope happens with a punt like that is it hits and all of a sudden you get the bounce out of it, but the Weevils end up getting the advantage of the bounce because that hit about the 45 and bounced all the way forward into Ranger territory is where they're going to start at the 49.
Well, the field position game right now, Northwestern slowly but surely pushing the Weevils back a little each time. Different running back in this time. I think that may be Smith. Check the roster. It is, in fact, Chris Smith Jr. Brown out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers and Chris Smith Jr. in the backfield. Brown wants to throw, loads up, goes long down the far sideline, caught past the defensive back of the Rangers, and that's a touchdown for the tight end, Washington, and he broke one tackle on that play. Northwestern tried to knock the ball out of the air, couldn't do it, and the Weevils have scored again.
Yeah, it's a good pitch and catch. DeMylan Brown, and it's amazing. They come out and they've run the ball the first two series here in the second half, and all of a sudden he's just said, hey, we're going to load up, throw one. And this time Washington hangs on. He's been targeted all day, Matt, it seems, and we've seen him drop a couple of passes, but this one he hangs on to and able to get away from the defender for an easy touchdown for the Weevils.
Jeremiah Forbes is the one that had the opportunity, missed the tackle, gave up the touchdown. So the Weevils add to their lead, now up 41-23, 3:39 to go. Point after attempt is on the way. It's up, it's good. We'll take a break. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Do you still have a bank CD? This is Whitney Gum with E&J Financial. Did you know there are other options that offer downside protection with the ability to generate much better returns? If you're unhappy with your CD rate, call our office today to schedule your complimentary review at 580-327-2552 or visit one of our offices in Woodward, Stillwater, Adair, or right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Northwestern in a hole here in homecoming, 42-23. Monticello will squib this one down the line. It's going to be picked up by Bentley at the 15. He'll return it across the 20, going to the far side of the field. Now cuts back, coming to the near side at the 20, slips up to the 25-yard line, and Romello Bentley got drilled. Monticello has picked up the ball, and they will take it into the end zone, but the referees are going to say that Bentley was well down when that ball came out. So no touchdown for Arkansas Monticello, and now a Ranger looks to be injured in the end zone. Chasing down the back end of that play after the whistles, and that
Isaiah Sumlin, Matt.
Yeah, that's Sumlin that's down back there. Looks like maybe he's just cramped up. Head trainer Keith Ware out there looks like he's stretching him out. So Rangers will have just a minute while they tend to Sumlin.
Let's take a look at some scores from around the Great American Conference. Some finals. Again, Harding defeats Southern Nazarene 49-10. Oklahoma Baptist falling to Arkansas Tech 38-35. 31-10. Wichita Baptist over Southwestern. Henderson State defeats East Central today 59-24. And the only other game that was going on towards the, again, was 38-24. Southeastern wins at Southern Arkansas. Of course, the Rangers on the road next week to take on Southeastern in Durant, as the Savage Storm are now 5-1 on the season.
Boy, the Savage Storm are having a heck of a season.
They certainly
we'll be
are.
there next week.
We will. That's, again, a little bit of a surpriser, again, where they were picked to finish, if you look at it, where they were picked to finish towards the bottom. In fact, just 31 total votes. They were picked 11th, just ahead of Southern Nazarene, and they're kind of showing everybody, hey, you missed that one.
Yeah, definitely an overlook there, without a doubt. Isaiah Sumlin, the injured Ranger, is going to get up and come off under his own power. Looks like, again, just kind of stretching him out, letting him walk off a cramp. Tanner Clarkson and company back out on the field, and they are in must-score territory. Rangers have the ball first and 10 at the 27-yard line. Tight formation, one man in motion. Clarkson takes the snap. Give is going to be to Darian Gill, who will power forward across the 30-yard line, gets out to the 33 before he is swept under by a sea of pursuing white jerseys.
Yeah, first handoff of the day for Darian Gill. We've seen the ball thrown to him once. Again, it is his first carry of the game.
Rangers want to run some pace here. They will throw complete to the near side, out across the 35 to the 40-yard line. Good pickup there. First down for the Rangers. Making that reception was Devon Blair.
Well, you like to see that. We talked about it, Matt, off air. Rangers trying to get more wide and spread out this defense, and they did it there. Good pickup from Devon Blair.
Stacked wideouts right and left. Handoff up the middle to Darian Gill, and he will power into the middle of that Monticello defense. Gets forward for 3 yards out to the 45-yard line before being driven backwards.
Well, it's just up the middle, just not much doing today. Again, Arkansas Monticello's defensive line we talked about it, the strength really of their defense, and really showed it today. Again, right now with just 3 down linemen.
3 wideouts to the far side, 1 to the near side. Clarkson driving into the wind, headed toward the tiers. 1 man in the backfield with him. Clarkson will take the snap. Steps up in the pocket. Good running room here, and Tanner will slide down just shy of the 50 at the 49. Got hit, but no flag. In a crazy turn of events.
Yeah.
No flag.
Haven't seen one of those in a while. Got so used to seeing them.
We actually looked this up. 28 penalties on a single team is the NCAA record. 42 in a contest. A record that may be nervous before the end of this one. Tight formation for the Rangers. Clarkson sends Calyon Baker in motion and then overthrows him. Just a little bubble route out to Baker, and Clarkson just misfired.
Well, and that one again, Calyon Baker's open, and you're getting wide, just trying to stretch the field to each side, and Calyon Baker's got a great opportunity to pick up the first down if that ball is thrown to him.
Boy, and that one was big. That was 3rd and 5, too, and the Ranger punt team's going to be out on the field. Brendan Brown to punt for the 3rd consecutive possession. Jacobs back deep to receive, and Brendan Brown just slowly creeping up the field. Dustin started out punting out of his own end zone, then he punted from about the 13. This time he'll make contact from the 36. Steps forward, gets the punt off, wobbling punt headed downfield. This one takes a Ranger roll across the 20 to the 15, rolls down to the 10, to the 9, and the Rangers are finally going to down it right there. Great punt into the wind from Brendan Brown.
Yeah, it really was. That's a good job from Brendan Brown. Kept that one a little bit lower than I think he did the rest of them. And not only that, Rangers finally get this one to roll out as Arkansas Monticello will have their worst field position of the day starting at their own 8.
Well, just have to do a better job of containment than we did a series ago. Jeremiah Forbes missed a tackle against the big tight end, DeAndre Washington, who took it to the house for a Monticello touchdown. 1:33 left to go here in quarter number 3. Rangers trailing 42-23. Brown will take the ball, rolls out, hits the tight end. Big tackle made that time. Sam Long comes up, the freshman from Shattuck, Oklahoma, and just destroyed Washington with that tackle.
He certainly did. That's a big play by the freshman. Let's get just that rollout, and it's run that play a lot today, and Rangers finally able to capitalize and get him for no gain that time.
Sam Long, 6'1", 205 versus DeAndre Washington, 6'4", 230. Long wins the battle. Brown again out of the shotgun. 4 wideouts, 1 man in the backfield. Wants to throw, drops back, pressure coming, loads up, over the middle, intercepted by Sam Long, and the freshman has made back-to-back plays in a row, and the Rangers will have the ball in Monticello territory.
Boy, that's huge. A miscue there from the quarterback, Brown, and I don't know who he was throwing to that time, but boy, that Sam Long, Johnny on the spot, that's a big play for the defense. The second interception they've come up with today. Boy, now you got to turn it into points, though.
Boy, how good is Sam Long, Dustin? A kid that literally 12 months ago was thinking about districts and high school playoffs out there in Shattuck, Oklahoma, and now making big-time plays at the Division II college level. Way to go, Sam. Tanner Clarkson and company back out on the field. Second best field position of the half for the Rangers. They will have the ball 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. 55 seconds left to play here in quarter number 3, and the Rangers have a little mojo going in front of this homecoming crowd. 1 wide out to the top of the formation, everybody else in tight. Handoff, Calyon Baker looking for a hole, slips a tackle, gets across the 30-yard line down to the 29. Absolutely nothing there at the start of it for Baker, but a great jump cut back to the inside, and Calyon finds 5 yards.
Yeah, as he got away from looked like Chris Blair that time. Looked like he only had about 1 or 2, but good hard run from Calyon Baker. Keep the feet moving, and then able to just kind of sidestep the defender to get away from him, pick up 5.
Gavin Garner split wide to the far side of the field. Stacked wide receivers to the near side. Handoff again. Calyon up the middle, across the 25, up into the 20-yard line. Big runs by Calyon Baker back to back.
Yeah, that's a big pickup from Callion Baker, and Rangers needed that back-to-back good runs as we see a Weevil down right around the 17.
Trainers headed out to the field. We'll take a quick injury timeout. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Whether you're purchasing a new home, renovating your existing home, or using the equity in your home for other needs, the home loan products at Community Bank has you covered. Stop by 1729 College Boulevard right here in Alva or call 580-327-5500 today to visit with one of their home loan experts and let them help you get started with your home needs today. Community Bank, Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
Do you still have a bank CD? This is Whitney Gum with E&J Financial. Did you know there are other options that offer downside protection with the ability to generate much better returns? If you're unhappy with your CD rate, call our office today to schedule your complimentary review at 580-327-2552 or visit one of our offices in Woodward, Stillwater, Adair, or right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Northwestern driving, 17 and a half seconds left to go here in quarter number 3. Clarkson will not have to take this snap, but it looks as though they're going to. 3 wideouts, 1 man in the backfield. Handoff to Callion Baker looking for the corner dump. Hurdles a man at the 15, down to the 10. What a run from Baker. Man, he's got some juice right now.
Well, it's a good way to finish the quarter. A lot of momentum for Northwestern. We're going to head in the 4th, but how about the hurdle that time going over Latavian Champ? And Rangers going to be right outside the goal line as we begin the 4th quarter.
Callion found the jump button there and made it count. We'll take a quick break and be back with 4th quarter action. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Hi, it's Adam Jordan with Beatles Nursing Home. At Beatles, we let our reputation speak for itself. Here's what the family of one of our residents had to say about their experience.
The love and patience projected by the administration and staff is greatly appreciated by our family. The difference between a job and ministry is evident at Beatles Nursing Home.
If you're looking for comprehensive health care in a Christian environment, look no further than Beatles Nursing Home, located at 916 Noble Street in Alva.
Most people prefer honest, friendly, prompt service from local folks they can trust. Sure, it sounds simple, but that's not always what you get. At K&K Body Works in Alva, you'll receive just that. Expert service and collision repair from a business you can trust. Since 1958, K&K Body Works' goal is to make our auto body service as convenient and stress-free for our customers as possible. From minor repairs to major auto body work, they do every job with the highest level of professionalism. Get your free estimate today by visiting kandkbodyworks.com or stop by in person at 301 Flynn Street right here in Alva.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. 22 penalty flags thrown in this game so far. Still a full quarter left to go. If the flags haven't worn out yet, I would imagine the officials will probably use them some in the 4th. Rangers driving. 15 minutes left to go in this contest. Northwestern facing 2nd down and a yard to go. Ball at the 11-yard line. 3 wide receivers split for Clarkson. Takes the snap. Handoff to Callion Baker. Running in circles, trying to get forward. Finds a crease, and look at this. Callion Baker forward to the 10 for a first down.
Boy, that's a pretty impressive run from Baker because Arkansas Monticello knew exactly what was happening, and they had the play bottled up. Looked like he was going to lose 2 or 3, but it just keeps his legs moving. You know, just makes twists and turns, and he's so hard to bring down, and that's a terrific first down run. It's going to be the toughest 2 yards you've ever seen gained for a running back.
Man stuck his hand in the ground and just almost did a full-on 360 right there to get forward and find that first down. The Rangers now have it 1st and goal, ball at the 10-yard line. Northwestern needs to capitalize. 3 wideouts to the top of the formation. Nobody split wide to the bottom. Torrance Stevens in motion right to left. Fakes the give to Baker. Now a rollout. Throws to Callion. Skips a tackle at the 5-yard line. Gets upended at the 4. But Callion Baker has come out of the gates here at the late 3rd quarter, early 4th quarter. He has just become unstoppable right now. Good pickup down to the 4-yard line. 2nd down and goal to go. Going to actually mark that down at the 3, so it's even better. 2 wideouts split to the near side. Gavin Garner and Peyton McDonald. Man in motion. Clarkson on the run. Throws incomplete. Had his man, but couldn't reel it in, was Isaiah Haro.
Yeah, that one, again, maybe a little bit too high. We've seen Clarkson miss throwing up, on a few throws today. That one, again, just over the outstretched hands of Haro. That one, again, I think if it's on the money, that's 6 points.
So the Rangers will set up and do it again. Third down, goal to go.
And here's the thing, Matt. Rangers just 1 of 9 on third down conversions today.
Clarkson sends 3 wide receivers out to the near side. That'll be his left. Calyon Baker to his right. Torrance Stevens in motion. Big third down upcoming. Clarkson takes the snap. Handoff. Calyon Baker. Jump cut. Rolling down to about the 1 yard line. Cannot get any closer than that. Calyon Baker almost in for the score.
Well, you know what's coming here. You're going to go for it. You're down by 19. Clock rolling in the fourth quarter. And that's a big call for Matt Walter and his offense.
And the Rangers want to take a timeout to think it over. We will join them. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug in Alva, Oklahoma.
Your hometown, Alva Walmart, is proud to support Northwestern Oklahoma State University athletics. Everyday low price is the cornerstone of our strategy, and our price focus has never been stronger. Today's customer seeks the convenience of one-stop shopping that we offer, from grocery and entertainment to sporting goods and crafts. We provide the deep assortment that our customers appreciate, whether they're shopping online at walmart.com, through one of our mobile apps, or shopping in our store. The Alva Walmart likes to wish the best of luck to all Ranger and Lady Ranger teams this season.
Well, a big decision coming up for Matt Walter and company. Fourth down and goal to go from the 1 yard line. In fact, the ball is across the 1 yard line, so it's really fourth and about inches here. 2 wide outs to the far side, 2 to the near side. Stacked wide receivers. Calyon Baker offset to the left of Clarkson in the backfield. Snap back to Tanner. Handoff to Baker. Hit at the goal line. Pitches the ball, and that may be a touchdown. We'll wait and see. I think they're going to say his forward progress was stopped at the 1 yard line. But Calyon with a dangerous but heads-up pitch to Devon Blair, who took it into the end zone. Referee got a little quick on the whistle and blew the play dead inside the 1 yard line, and that is where Arkansas Monticello will take over. Dustin, we were talking about the Rangers having to have points right here. That's true. However, one big defensive play right here could be a game changer.
It could. It's tough on fourth down. And again, Arkansas Monticello is so good up the middle. You really wanted to stay out of the middle, and give them credit. They made a big play to keep Calyon Baker out of the end zone.
Empty backfield for Brown, and he escapes through the first line of defense, dragging tacklers with him across the 15, across the 20. It's going to be Sam Long that drug him down, and if Sam Long doesn't grab a piece of that jersey, it is touchdown city for Brown.
And I honestly thought he was going to go. And it's a big tackle by the freshman Sam Long, because that keeps it from being what could have been a 99-yard touchdown and really just would have put the nail in the coffin here in the fourth.
Well, plenty of breathing room for Monticello now as they can kind of go back to the playbook and just try and grind out some time. 12.5 left to play in the game, 42-23 your score. Rangers down at homecoming. Snap back to Brown, fakes the give, wants to run, finds the outside, gets the corner turn, but only for a yard or so before he is tackled on the far side of the field.
Yeah, it looked like making the stop Juan Lucia Jr.
I think we mentioned that Nehemiah Lewis has a jersey change. He is now wearing jersey number 31.
Yeah, he is. Again, Lewis, 2 sacks today for Northwestern.
Snap back to Brown, and he'll be stopped at the line of scrimmage. Braxton Kearns on the stop for the Rangers. No gain or very little gain for Brown on that play. Will bring up third down and 9. This is a big play for the Rangers.
It is. Rangers got a chance to get really good field position here. If you can get off the field, again, and force them to punt after these 3 plays, after that opening big run on the first play of the drive from Demila Brown.
Blow, wind, blow. Third down and 9 upcoming. 1 man in the backfield, 4 wide receivers for Brown. Snap back, wants to throw. Pressure coming, steps up in the pocket, moving to his left, loads up, throws long downfield, incomplete, looking for Washington, who was open at the time, but the ball was just off target, and that one will be incomplete and bring up fourth down.
Yeah, and he had Isaiah Cross open.
It was Cross, not Washington. At 80-88, they look kind of the same.
Yeah, and he had him open down the field. Brown just missed him that time. You know, one guy who's been really quiet today, Matt, give credit to the Rangers defensive backs on him, C.J. Parham. 4 targets, 2 catches, just 15 yards today. Again, a guy coming averaging over 90 yards a game.
Rangers blocked 2 punts not that long ago. They will not get enough pressure into this one, but it's a short punt out of bounds, fielded by the coach along the Monticello sideline. He caught it at the 42. We'll see if they walk it up any. If they do, it'll be a yard or 2 at best. And they'll take it to the 39. Rangers will have it 1st and 10.
Yeah, and you've got to take advantage of this good field position. Rangers have got to get in the end zone. I mean, and again, I think you've got to start taking some shots here, and it's got to be to Gavin Garner, because how quickly you can get back in this football game, because once again, you have we talked about it all game. Rangers have got the win in the 4th quarter. There's still plenty of time to go in this football game for you to get 2 or 3 more possessions.
Gavin Garner going to be split wide to the near side, it looks like. Well, maybe. Going to bring him in tight. 1 wide receiver split wide to the far side is Devon Blair. 1 man in the backfield. I believe it's Calyon Baker along with Tanner Clarkson. Clarkson will take the snap. Hand off to Calyon Baker, weaving his way through the middle of the pile. Pickup of 2 for the Rangers. 2nd down and 8 upcoming. So Matt Walter and them working on the clock right now. Going to have to get the hurry up going. 10:51 left to go.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, you've got to start, throwing the ball. And I'm sure Arkansas and Monticello knows that, and they're going to play for it. But you've got to start getting the ball out into these receivers' hands and let them make a play.
Monticello with just 3 down linemen bringing pressure from the right or left, kind of depending on the call. They'll rush 3. Clarkson throws complete to the far sideline to Calyon Baker. Steps out of bounds and avoids a big collision tackle. He's going to be very near 1st down yardage. We'll see where they mark him down officially.
Yeah, I think he's going to be about 2 or 3 yards short. If you look at the official on the far side, well, I thought he was a lot closer.
Not sure that that's the best spot I've ever seen, but at least it didn't come with a yellow flag. 4 wideouts for Clarkson. 1 man in the backfield is Baker. He's offset to Clarkson's right. Tanner will take the snap. Drops back, wants to throw, pressure coming. Clarkson will escape to the right-hand side, now cuts up the field, takes a big hit on the way out of bounds. Got back to about the line of scrimmage, nothing more.
Now, again, going to be forced to another 4th down when the Rangers have been stopped. I believe they're 0 for 3 on 4th downs, and going to have to go for another one here. And, in fact, I think Clarkson may have lost a yard or 2 with that run, Matt.
Looks like it's going to be 4th down and a long 3. Call it, it's 4, almost 5, really. 1 wide out to the top of the formation, 2 down at the bottom. You've got Gavin Garner and Romello Bentley to the near side. Devon Blair to the far side, 1 man in the backfield. Snap back to Clarkson. Takes off on the run across the 30, and he's hit. Rolled up at the 25-yard line, giving the 24. Good enough for a 1st down as Tanner Clarkson puts it on his back and carries the ball for a 1st down.
Yeah, heads-up play that time. Again, everybody looked like they were covered downfield, and Clarkson decided to just take off and run. That's one thing, at least pick up the 1st down as the Rangers convert their first 4th down of the game.
Clarkson, just a redshirt sophomore this year. Lots more Ranger snaps for him in the future. 3 wideouts to the far side of the field. Gavin Garner all alone to the near side. Gavin with man-up coverage and a guy over the top. Snap back to Clarkson. Tries to give it to Calyon Baker. Can't get it out, and then Clarkson's going to be hit. Pitches the ball forward, and they're going to call it an incomplete pass.
Boy, that was dangerous. And he almost got the play off to Calyon Baker, but and you know what? That's what the one thing smart play about that with Clarkson is instead of getting sacked and losing about 4 or 5 yards, it's just 2nd and 10 still.
Able to pitch that ball forward somehow with defenders hanging all over him. In fact, nearly made a completed pass out of it.
He did.
Rangers face 2nd down and 10. Ball is at the 24-yard line. 8:53 left to go in this one. Last-minute personnel switching out for the Rangers. 2 wide receivers, right, 2 left. Calyon Baker in the backfield. Clarkson out of the gun. 3 down linemen for Monticello. Clarkson will take the snap. Pressure coming. Tanner steps up. Now throws over the middle of the field. Boom! Bullock pass complete to Gavin Garner. Touchdown Rangers. Gavin in the end zone again. Flag down on the play at the 15-yard line.
Boy, let's hope this is against Arkansas Monticello.
I don't think there was anybody else in the neighborhood of that reception beside Gavin Garner, so surely this is defensive holding.
Ineligible receiver downfield. An offensive lineman typically downfield on a play like that, and sometimes that's going to happen. You see it more on a screen or when the quarterback's got to start to evade pressure and moves outside the pocket. And, boy, that is extremely tough for the Rangers because that takes 6 points off the board.
I can't figure out why we were downfield there. That was a pass all the way. Clarkson stepped up in the pocket but wasn't running. Somebody just got lost and floated downfield.
Boy, that's the second time today we've seen that called against Northwestern. And man, how many times, Matt, this year, that we've seen penalties have taken a touchdown off the board for Northwestern, at least, 4 or 5?
Yeah.
And that just come at a really big spot because, I mean, you're talking about possibly making it 42-30, 42-31 with 8:47 to go.
I didn't see it. I didn't see anybody downfield there. Could have been. I was watching Gavin go to the end zone, but nevertheless, second down and long now for the Rangers as they face 2nd and 15 from the 29-yard line. They'll bring Gavin Garner in tight. Send a man in motion. It's Peyton McDonald. Clarkson will take the snap, fakes the give to Baker, drops back, wants to throw. Flush from the pocket, rolls right, now loads up, throws end zone, just a bit too tall for Gavin Garner as that one floated on Clarkson just a bit. But, man, it was a laser beam.
Yeah, it certainly was. And, I mean, he put it really, again, where he thought maybe his guy could go get it. That was one of those that, if Gavin Garner's able to go up and make a terrific catch, then it's 6 points. If not, it's going to end up being an incompletion where you kind of live to fight another day on make it 3rd and 15.
It looked like it just kind of continued going up from the time it left Clarkson's hand to the time it went over Garner's head. If the radar gun at the end of the stadium is to be believed, that ball was thrown 89 miles an hour. 3 wideouts to the far side, 1 man in the backfield. Snap back to Clarkson, play action. Tanner's going to be flushed from the pocket, running right, being pursued, and now will try and cut up the middle of the field. Ball pops out. Monticello has it coming down the near sideline. Rangers fumble it. Boll Weevils take it.
Yeah, and the defensive player, I had to get a number on that one to see who made the play, but it was when Clarkson went right by him. All he did was kind of slap it away from behind. The ball pops up, and the Weevils take over after the turnover. And well, that right there, that's tough. Because, again, the Rangers have had so many opportunities in Weevil territory today that have not ended up being any kind of points for the Rangers today.
And now a flag comes in along the Rangers sideline.
That's the first turnover of the game, too, by the way, against Northwestern.
Looks like maybe somebody was.
And unsportsmanlike conduct against, I believe. That could have been, I think it may have been on Gavin Garner while the offense was still out there.
You know what? I got no problems with Gavin Garner getting that flag because I still question that lineman downfield call. That's absolutely unbelievable. In a play that was set up to be a pass 100% of the way, with the quarterback not really ever rushing back toward the line of scrimmage in the pocket, pulling around him, I just can't imagine that somebody was more than 5 yards downfield. I think Gavin feels like he got robbed there, and I'm not sure he's wrong. 4 wideouts for Brown this time as he'll drop back to throw. Throws complete to the far sideline. That one's going to be pulled in by Parham.
I don't know how he caught that one because that one, not a great throw by Brown, but you see the terrific hands by Parham that time to really kind of pull it in one-handed with the left hand, and it only ends up being about 5 yards.
C.J. Parham, a talented wide receiver, 6'2", 180-pound senior out of Camden, Arkansas.
Just his 3rd catch of the game.
Snap back to Brown, hand off to the tailback, and he's going to be stopped behind the line. In fact, a loss of 4 on that play, and that was Brian Holiday in on the stop.
Yeah, that play was going nowhere that time as Logan Penn was swallowed up by Brian Holiday. And, boy, Brian Holiday's just had a fantastic game. Not only that, really had a fantastic year for that anchoring that defensive line for Northwestern.
3rd down now and 9 for the Boll Weevils. Big play for the Rangers. Yet again, a chance for the defense to get off the field. 2 safeties on for Northwestern. And now they're going to jog a man to the far side of the field, change the coverage up a bit. Brown drops back, wants to throw. Pressure coming. He's going to be wrapped up and brought down behind the line. Another sack for the Ranger defense as they will stop him at the 41-yard line.
How about Isaiah Flores, who makes the sack for Northwestern? Big play by the defense. Right after the turnover, you force the 3 and out to get the ball back again with 7 minutes to go. I know the defense, Matt, has had a tough day, but really have played quite well here in the second half, I think it's at times.
Punt unit on for the Boll Weevils. Snap back. Rangers coming. Got the punt away. This one's going to be fielded at the 30-yard line. Little dancing for Bentley as he gets to the 29. Now cuts up to the 35 and cuts up the field just shy of the 40. Flag down. That one's going to come down at the 30-yard line. This will no doubt be against the Rangers because it's been that kind of day.
It certainly has. Yeah, both teams.
Oh, flag on this side of the field as well. So we got two on the ground.
Yeah, one of them is either probably blocking the back or a hold. And that's the thing, is when you kind of, you're headed one direction, you turn and start to shift, go the other direction, a lot of times you're going to see that called. But I'm not sure if both, it could be two different flags. Well, let me just wait and find out. But
referees discussing it.
So both are going to be against Northwestern. Why wouldn't they be?
At
this point.
Man. Media timeout on the field. We'll take one in the booth as well. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Don't be at risk with your home, farm, or business this year because of faulty wiring. Call the experts at Northwest Electric at 580-327-3201. Northwest Electric is a trusted name in the electrical industry and should be your choice locally for all your electrical needs. Daryl, David, and Scott have over 100 years of combined electrical experience and been serving you beyond the call of duty for over 40 years. So stop by their showroom in the downtown square in Alva to browse for your electrical needs. Northwest Electric, where we don't do all the business, just yours.
Farmers are the backbone of our country, especially right here in Western Oklahoma. And we've got our farmers' backs at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. We are here to serve all needs to our farmers and ranchers with livestock loans, rural loans, real estate loans, operating loans, and of course, agribusiness loans. Serving our farmers since 1916 at Farm Credit of Western Oklahoma. Call or come by today and speak to one of our loan officers in Alva, Anadarko, Clinton, Elk City, Guyman, Tuttle, and Woodward.
On first down, Tanner Clarkson hit as he throws the ball. It forced it down into the ground. Incomplete pass on first down will bring up second down and 10. Rangers have the ball at the 20-yard line after the double penalty called against the Rangers. First one was holding. It was declined. Second one was an illegal block in the back. That one was accepted, and the Rangers backed up 15.
That was James DeLay, according to the roster. That was a big hit on Clarkson, too, right as he released that one.
Darian Gill will be the halfback. 3 wide outs to the near side, 1 to the far side. Clarkson out of the gun, takes a snap, drops back, wants to throw. Loads up, throws across the middle. It's complete to Isaiah Harrow. He will go down at the 24. I give him the 25-yard line.
Yeah, not much doing there. Akil Beard had that one right there, step for step with Isaiah Harrow, and that's one thing they've done a pretty good job outside of the kind of the busted coverage is not allow the Rangers to have a whole lot of yards after the catch today.
So the Rangers line back up, and here we go. Clarkson again out of the gun. 4 wideouts this time. 1 man in the backfield is Gill. Clarkson will take the snap. Pocket holds. He will throw incomplete, looking for a target along the near sideline. That might be Peyton McDonald that he was intending to get that ball to, and it was. Pass just a bit too high, and now 4th and 5. Brendan Brown will come out with a chance to put a record-setting punt into the books for the Rangers. Got a good breeze at his back. Brown could punt this one all the way down the field. If he gets it into the end zone, it would be a 75-yard punt, and I'm not going to lie, Dustin, that's not outside his range with this kind of wind. Jacobs is back to return it. Big punt from Brendan Brown. That one is going to sail. Caught at the 20-yard line. Jacobs will get to the 25 and be stopped at the 30 by the punt coverage. Good job for the Rangers. Push the Boll Weevils back as much as you can. They'll set up shop the 30 or 31, 1st and 10 for Monticello. 5:41 left to go in the game. Rangers in a hole, 42-23 on the Community Bank scoreboard.
Yeah, certainly are. And again, Northwestern had the good start to the second half. At one point, made it 28-23, and 14 straight points by the Weevils. And the Rangers have had opportunities, all game long, especially a lot of them here in the second half. And whether it's not converting a third down, not scoring on the goal line, I mean, it's been tough here in the fourth quarter, especially later stages of the third.
The Milan Brown back out onto the field. Takes the shotgun snap. Will give it off up the middle to Smith. Big hole across the 40 and diving forward to the 45. Good run for a first down. That's Scott on the carry.
Well, that's what you're going to see the rest of the game. I don't expect the Weevils to put the ball in the air because really there's no reason to. Going against the wind, 19-point lead with 5.5 minutes to go.
Two wide receivers to the near side. Brown out of the shotgun. Scott will be the fullback or tailback. Takes it looking for a hole to the outside. He's going to be wrestled down, thrown out of bounds that time. Just across the line of scrimmage, if anything. Got a yard or so. Good stop by the Rangers pursuing to that far sideline.
Yeah, I think that was Terry out of Peters who made the big hit on running back Gennaro Scott, who actually kind of bobbled that handoff after he took it. Kind of slowed him down to begin with.
That'll bring up 2nd down and 10 for the Boll Weevils. Ball at the 45-yard line in Monticello territory. Scott still the tailback. Brown out of the gun. Handoff to Scott running to the near side. Diving tackle made by the Rangers. Pickup of just a yard for Monticello this time. Stop was made by Braxton Kearns for Northwestern.
We got plenty of our homecoming parade sponsors, and homecoming sponsors, I want to thank one of them, Garnett Oil Company, proud sponsor of Alva Northwestern Homecoming. Right into fall with this great tire deal. Get up to $70 prepaid Visa card with the purchase of 4 new qualifying Hercules tires. Also enjoy free road hazard for 2 years or the first half of the tread life of the tire. Again, that's a free replacement for any road hazard that might ruin the tire. Call them at 580-327-2691. Offer valid through October the 15th. Again, Garnett Oil Company.
Get that in before Halloween, October the 15th, folks. Go tell Garnett we appreciate their sponsorship of Ranger football. Snap back to Brown, wants to escape, looking for that far sideline, and he will be dropped before he could get there. Nowhere near first down yardage, and that's going to force Monticello to have to punt the ball again.
We want to thank Wheeler Brothers as well. Since 1917, Wheeler Brothers has been serving local farmers and ranchers with their chemical fertilizer, seed and feed needs. Stop by their Alva location, 420 Santa Fe, and visit with their staff for any questions or assistance with your crop production needs. For more information and news in the market, you can also visit their website, WheelerBrothers.com, as they wish good luck to Alva Northwestern this homecoming weekend.
Really are a bunch of good guys down there at Wheeler Brothers. It's definitely worth the visit if you get a chance. Bentley back deep to receive the punt. Snap is back, kick is away. Wobbling punt headed way out of bounds over along the far sideline. Guys from Monticello are loose over there. One of them caught it and having some fun running down the sideline. They're going to walk this spot up quite a little bit. Based on that angle, the Rangers will have it 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line in their own territory.
Last homecoming sponsor, I want to thank the Elegant Toad. And if part of the fun of shopping is finding that perfect treasure, then Elegant Toad in downtown Alva offers both fun and folly. You can find a little bit of everything at the Elegant Toad, from clothing, books, furniture, toys, and antiques. They're located at 330 Flynn Street, open 9:30 a.m. to 5:30 p.m. Thursday through Saturday. Again, for fun and folly, try the Elegant Toad in downtown Alva.
Rangers back out onto the field offensively. Tanner Clarkson and company working with 2 minutes and 56 seconds left in this contest. 42-23, Rangers down against Monticello. Game that the Rangers at one point in time had the lead at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah, 17-7. Well, how long ago that was.
Snap back to Clarkson. Steps up, throws long, near side complete to Gavin Garner. Garner going for the sideline, and he'll get across the 50-yard line before being hauled down out of bounds.
Yeah, good pitch and catch that time as Gavin Garner really has been the main target today. And I talked about yards after the catch. You saw a little bit there, but going into the fourth quarter, the Rangers only had a combined 81 total yards after the catch, 73 of those belonging to Gavin Garner. So that tells you, how well Arkansas Monticello's done against these receivers after they catch it.
Snap back to Clarkson, finds Garner again, this time complete at the 40-yard line. And I'm telling you, this right here is a series in the offense that I think probably needs to become a staple. Just throw to Gavin. Even if he's covered, he's open. Second down and call it a long 3 upcoming for the Rangers. Ball at the 40-yard line, 2:33 left to go in the contest. Rangers driving. Move the ball 20 yards forward so far. We'll send Darian Gill in motion. Snap back to Clarkson. Pump fake. Loads up. Has Garner headed to the end zone. Here comes the throw, and it's going to sail out of the back of the end zone. Gavin Garner had some room back there, but couldn't quite get down the field in time.
Yeah, Katron Allen, pretty good coverage. He knew what was coming. Played that one really perfectly from the defensive back spot. Did not bite on that little fake.
Clarkson really put some arm into that one. Stiff breeze kind of carried that ball away on him. 2 wide receivers, top side, 2 to the bottom side. Gill in motion again. Clarkson throws to Darian Gill, complete at the 38 or 42-yard line across the 40, carries it across the 30 before he's rolled out of bounds. Pickup of a handful of yards for Gill right there will result in a Ranger first down at the 30-yard line. 1st and 10, Northwestern. Clock dips under 2 minutes, 1:55 to go. Interestingly enough, the Rangers got out of bounds and the clock is running. Three wide outs to the near side, 2 to the top side. Empty backfield for Tanner Clarkson. Snap back. 3-man rush coming. Throws complete to the far sideline. Got that one into the hands of Isaiah Haro. They're going to say Haro went down in bounds. 2nd down and 5 upcoming for the Rangers. Quickly back to the line. Clock dips below 1:20. 4 wideouts. Snap back to Clarkson. Tanner steps up in the pocket. Throws deep. Has Gavin Garner in the end zone off his hand. Incomplete. Just a bit too high for Garner that time.
Yeah, it was. Garner, good effort, though, trying to go get that one. Again, one of those throws where you kind of put it where your guy can go get it. And that's one thing we've seen Clarkson today. He's been a little bit high with some of those throws. But, again, a lot of times, Gavin Garner, we've seen how many plays he can make and some of those special catches he's made. And almost had an opportunity to make one right there.
Gavin looks like he went down a little hard after that play. Going to come off the sideline and catch a breather. 1:11 left in the game. 42-23 your score on the Community Bank scoreboard. Rangers down here at homecoming. Snap back to Clarkson. Steps up in the pocket. Throws a bullet over the middle, and it is complete at the 15-yard line. It'll be good enough for a Ranger first down. Going to give them forward progress all the way down to the 13-yard line. Pass was caught by Romello Bentley. Bentley quickly back into formation. Rangers now 15 yards away from a touchdown, 57 seconds. Clarkson looking far side. Throws to Bentley. Got hammered. Incomplete. Ball was just a little bit behind Bentley on that one. Boy, he took a shot, though.
He certainly did.
Briscoe going to be split wide to the near side. 2 receivers to this side. Nobody split wide to the far side. Darian Gill in the backfield. Snap back to Clarkson. Pocket holds. Tanner's got time. Now he's going to flush. Runs forward across the 10. Tries to make a move, and he will be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6-yard line.
Well, you want to be careful there if you're Clarkson. He took a kind of got sandwiched that time. It's the worst thing you want to see is something with your quarterback happening this late in the game. It's already been decided. But one thing you see, though, Matt, is he's still playing his tail off.
Darian Gill will come out. Calyon Baker in as the running back. Stacked wide receivers, 3 of them to the near side. 1 man to the far side. Baker in the backfield. Clock under 15 seconds. They'll send Baker in motion. Clarkson steps back, wants to throw. Bullet over the middle, and that one is too tall. Incomplete. 8 seconds left to go in the game as Clarkson took a little hit after he let that one go. Final play of the game, probably upcoming. Rangers will fall here at homecoming. 42-23 your score right now, but Northwestern could get into the end zone here on this play. Taking some time getting this one called in. 18 seconds on the play clock. Calyon asking for the sign. They're going to pull the trip wide receivers in tight. Nobody split wide to the near side. 1 man split wide to the far side. Snap back to Clarkson, handoff, Calyon Baker across the 5 to the 4, being pushed and then knocked down at the 2-yard line. Clock will stop with 1.7 seconds left. Not sure, but Northwestern may have called a timeout.
That or they going to
good
check
enough
and
for
see.
a first down, I believe.
Going to say, because once the chains are up, clock will start.
And that will expire the game. The Rangers have the ball at the 3-yard line, and that will do it. Homecoming comes to an end. The Rangers fall 42-23, your final. We'll take a break and be back to kick off the post-game show. You're listening to Ranger Football, brought to you by Holder Drug of Alva, Oklahoma.
Get no better deal in the country than at Croft Country, located in Alva, Oklahoma. Croft Country is the dealer for vehicles in Northwest Oklahoma. Croft has been locally owned and operated for 36 years, and they offer a full line of award-winning brands like Chevy, Buick, and GMC. From the time you enter our showroom for sales or service, you can expect to be treated like family. So next time you're in the market for a new or used vehicle, come and see us right here in Alva. We're located at 401 East Oklahoma Boulevard.
G&G Home Furnishings in Alva proudly supports all Alva and Northwestern activities. G&G wants to remind you their store is dedicated to helping you find the perfect pieces to fit your home or business needs. Right now, G&G has several new fall decor pieces to choose from for your living room. They are also now carrying appliances from brands such as LG, Samsung, GE, and Electrolux. For more information, check out their Facebook page for new arrivals or visit their website at gnghomefurnishings.com or stop by and see them in person at 2107 College Boulevard right here in Alva.
Myth. All cell phone providers have the same coverage. Fact. Cell phone carriers are not created equal. Most carriers put their focus on national and metro areas, while employees at Pioneer Cellular put their focus on you. At Pioneer Cellular, they have over 400 cell phone towers that are located where you need them the most. You are covered, and that's the truth. Call today, 800-641-2732, or visit gopioneer.com to learn more about the Pioneer Cellular coverage.
Are you craving a delicious breakfast to start your day off right? Then 818 Diner in Alva is the place for you. 818 Diner serves all your favorite breakfast items like the 818 combo, pancakes, plus chicken and waffles. Swing through their drive-thru for a quick breakfast sandwich, biscuits and gravy, delicious hot and chocolate-fed lattes, or other espresso drinks. Open every day except Tuesday from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. and open for dinner Wednesday through Friday, 5 p.m. to 8 p.m. So come by and see us at 818 Oklahoma Boulevard, right here in Alva.
Integris Bass Baptist Health Center wishes the Northwestern Rangers the best of luck in this year's football season. We know injuries sometimes happen, and we want you to remember that Integris Health offers top-notch orthopedic care with Dr. Brett Fry, located in Enid. Integris Bass Baptist Health Center provides leading-edge treatment to keep you moving and get you back in the game. For your orthopedic needs, insist on Integris.
Welcome back to Ranger Football. Homecoming week in the books. The Rangers fall tonight 42-23 to Arkansas Monticello, a game that was really a battle there in the first quarter. It was a close game. Second quarter, Rangers slowed down a little bit. Monticello managed to take a lead to the halftime locker room, and in third and fourth quarters, just a seesaw that was mainly weighted toward their side for sure. Touchdown did come off the board for the Rangers. A Gavin Garner score, what would have been his third of the day. But Dustin, the Rangers defensively just couldn't seem to make those stops at the times when we needed them, and then all of a sudden in the second half, the penalty flags came in bunches.
Yeah, defense had some trouble getting off the field, but, again, they gave the offense, I think, some opportunities. This one's a little bit tough. I mean, I know a lot of times you're going to look at the final numbers and go, well, they gave up 476 yards, but offensively, you got to punch in the end zone from the one. You've got to score when you've got great field position, when the wind's blowing like this and you have the short punts. I thought Monticello, the difference was they took advantage of that, and Northwestern was not able to do that. I think offensively, you think of how many drives that we had here, later on in the third and the fourth quarter where, we're moving the football, just cannot punch anything in. We get stopped on fourth down just past midfield into Monticello territory in the third quarter. It was a tough day, I think, for the offense. They're still going to finish with 433 yards. But, the 23 points. You have it at one point. It was 28-23. That was with 11 minutes to go in third quarter. There is a ton of time still in this football game where Northwestern get back into it. But then you go the rest of the third quarter and the fourth quarter, that put up any points. That's going to be tough against a team who's very good offensively like the Weevils are.
They certainly were. DeMylan Brown has a great day today. Gets it done both through the air and with his legs. He was every bit as good as Bill, and maybe even a little bit more or a little bit better in his progress as a quarterback than I expected to see. I really thought that he'd burn guys with his legs a little bit more than he was forced to do today, but really had some good passes, was on target most of the day, took care of the ball. Weevils just came out here, did a really good job, didn't fade down the stretch, kept their foot on the gas, and took care of business here against a Ranger team that is looking great at times, struggling at others, and kind of still trying to find their way forward, I guess.
Yeah, I think the key today, I think, for Arkansas Monticello was their running game, and it wasn't with, you said, DeMylan Brown. Gennaro Scott goes for over 100 yards. Brown still rushed for 66. I mean, he gained 96, but you have the sacks. You throw that in there, and they threw a number of tailbacks at the Rangers, and they didn't have to. They ended up rushing for 279 yards. That's just too many yards to give up on the ground. That's back-to-back weeks. Now we've seen the Rangers give up over 700 yards total in 2 games, and if teams are going to be able to come out and run the ball on you like that, it's going to eat up a lot more time. Your offense is going to get less possessions, but again, something's got to change. I think defensively for Northwestern, you have to start getting off the field. And Matt, today you look at the turnovers, you pick off DeMylan Brown twice. Your defense is able to start forcing some turnovers here. Offense just couldn't capitalize on either one of them either.
Yeah, and really, the first interception was Braxton Kearns, and that was just a really good play by Kearns.
Took 7 points on the board, basically.
Yeah, and you can't really hang that interception on Brown. You can credit Braxton Kearns for it, but Brown put that in his receiver's hands. Braxton Kearns just took it away.
He did.
And now the second one was not a great throw, and Sam Long made a good read on it, got down and made a diving interception catch. So maybe, credit Brown for that one, but certainly did a good job, or at least good enough to take care of the Rangers 42-23. So there you have it. Homecoming week draws to a close. We're going to take a quick timeout, be back to recap the final game statistics and hand out some hardware. The Northwest Electric defensive player of the week and the K&K Body Works offensive player of the week. Coming up next, you're listening to Ranger Football right here on the Blue Sky Media Network.
Are you looking for a healthy, tasty energy boost or a delicious protein shake that tastes like ice cream? Come into Northwest Nutrition and give us a try, or ask us about our 24 line. It's what all the athletes in the NFL are using, and it's NSF certified. Northwest Nutrition is located across the street from Northwestern Oklahoma State, next to the BCM. Students also get a daily discount. In a hurry? You can text your order to 580-732-0796. Good luck this year to all our Rangers and Lady Rangers from everyone at Northwest Nutrition.
Are you looking for a bank that provides excellent security and safety for your account information? Then Bank Central is made for you. When you use our website, bcna.com, you can pay bills, check account balances, download statements, and even manage your debit card. With our mobile app, you can do all that, plus make deposits as easily as taking a picture with your phone. Talk to a CSR at any of our 5 locations to find the products that work best for your banking needs. At Bank Central, we're centered on you. Member FDIC.
Welcome back to the Ranger Football Postgame Show. Matt Adair alongside Dustin Goodnow. For those of you still with us, we appreciate it. Final score, 42-23. Arkansas Monticello gets the victory over Northwestern at homecoming. The Boll Weevils had 28 first downs in the game, just 17 first downs for the Rangers. Rushing, the Boll Weevils rushed it 53 times today. They had 279 yards on the ground, 32 rushing attempts for the Rangers, 173 yards to show for it. Passing 197 yards for the Boll Weevils, 260 yards for Tanner Clarkson today. The Boll Weevils were a total of 14 of 24. They had 2 interceptions. The Rangers were 19 of 36. No picks for Clarkson in the game. The Boll Weevils snapped the ball 77 times, 476 yards of offense. The Rangers took 68 snaps and had 433 yards of offense. Dustin, that is a ton of yards. Sorry, caught you off guard there, buddy. That is a ton of yards. 476 and 433. I mean, that's
over 900 yards.
Yeah, that's 2 teams that played a whole lot of offense.
And 259 penalty yards.
909 yards of offense in this game, 77 snaps for the Boll Weevils, 68 for the Rangers. The Boll Weevils had recovered one fumble, That was a Rangers fumble by Tanner Clarkson. Punt return yardage, not much for either squad today. 5 punts in the game for the Boll Weevils. They averaged 22 yards a punt. 6 punts in the game for the Rangers. Brendan Brown averaged 30 yards a punt. 10 penalties for the Boll Weevils, 109 penalty yards, but they were outdone today by the Rangers. 15 penalties in the game for 150 penalty yards for Northwestern. Possession time, 32:08 for the Boll Weevils, 27:52 for the Rangers. Third down conversions, the Boll Weevils 8 of 16, 50% on the day. The Rangers 3 of 16, considerably less than that. Fourth down conversions, 2 of 3 for the Boll Weevils, 2 of 5 for the Rangers. In red zone scores and chances, the Boll Weevils scored 3 out of 4 times they were in the red zone. The Rangers just 1 out of 3. Individual stats for the Rangers. Rushing, Calyon Baker runs the ball 19 times today, 72 total yards for him. Had a long carry of 19 yards. Tanner Clarkson had 9 rushes for 48 yards. Torrance Stevens had 1 for 36, and Darian Gill had 2 for 9 yards. Passing, Tanner Clarkson was 19 of 36 on the day, 260 yards, 3 touchdowns. His long was a 73-yarder. Gavin Garner reeled in 6 catches today for 168 yards. He had 73-yard long today and 3 touchdown catches for Gavin Garner. Calyon Baker caught 6 passes for 15 yards. Caputo caught 4 for 24, and Isaiah Haro had 3 receptions for 10 yards in the game. Defensively for the Rangers, Nehemiah Lewis had a good day today. 3 tackles unassisted, 10 assisted tackles, 13 total tackles in the game, 2 sacks and 2 tackles for loss. Brian Holiday had 10 tackles in the game, 1 sack and 1 tackle for loss. James Ellis had 9 tackles today, and Braxton Kearns had 7. For the Boll Weevils, they had a ton of guys run the ball today, including Gennaro Scott. He had 15 rushes, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Brown, the quarterback, rushed the ball 15 times today for 66 yards and a touchdown. Passing, Demilion Brown was 13 of 23 with 2 picks for 190 yards and 3 touchdowns. Edwin Kleinpeter was 1 of 1 on the day for 7 yards. Receivers, they targeted Washington 8 times. He caught 5 of them, had 66 yards and a touchdown. And Isaiah Cross had 3 catches, 81 yards, and 2 touchdowns on the day. So there you have it, the final statistics of the game. And now it's time to hand out some hardware. Dustin, let's start with the Northwest Electric Defensive Player of the Game.
No question. I think it's Nehemiah Lewis. He was fantastic today. You talked about it, 13 tackles. He was all over the quarterback. 2 sacks, 2 tackles for a loss. Huge day for Nehemiah Lewis.
Yeah, in fact, so good that one jersey could not contain him. Got a rip in the old number 7,
right.
Had the Don 31 for the back part of the game, but he stands out. I mean, Brian Holiday had another good game. Chima Oz was back there a lot. James Ellis, of course, the guy that you got to talk about every game that we do. Dante Brown had a good game. Sam Long had a really good game as well, but I think you're right. The numbers just add up, and they say Nehemiah Lewis was the man today as far as the defense goes, and he will take home the Northwest Electric Defensive Player of the Game. The K&K Bodyworks Offensive Player of the Game, of course, one of the guys we always have to talk about is Tanner Clarkson. Had a pretty good day through the air. Clarkson was 19 of 36. That's not great, but 260 pass yards isn't bad, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it is not bad either. Did have 1 fumble today, but Tanner Clarkson was not sacked in this contest. Calyon Baker, making his return to the lineup after being nicked up for a couple of weeks, had 19 rushes, 72 total yards, a long of 19, a guy in consideration. But I think Gavin Garner is going to be the one that takes home the trophy of the K&K Bodyworks Offensive Player of the Game. Garner was targeted 10 times tonight, caught 6 of them, had 168 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns in the performance today, including a long of 73, a 73-yard pitch and catch from Tanner Clarkson to Gavin Garner. Really impressive game for Gavin, as always, and Dustin, I think that he's got to be the offensive player of the game.
No question. Big day from Gavin Garner. Really, again, uncoverable, 3 touchdowns. Huge day for him, and I don't know, see if Rangers can build on it next week. Got a tough matchup going to Southeastern at Durant next week. I know a 2 p.m. kickoff, which means our pregame show starts at 1:30, and it's a very good Southeastern team. It just doesn't get any easier week to week.
No, certainly doesn't right now. So the Rangers draw another tough opponent. We will be on the road. Hope you guys will join us in Durant, Oklahoma. Like Dustin said, pregame show kicks off at 1:30. Game will start at 2 p.m. Don't forget, we'll talk about this week's performance at homecoming on Wednesday night with head coach Matt Walter live from the 818 Diner at 7 p.m. You can tune in and catch that one. Craig Kilman and the Goldbugs Coach's show will be going on at 6 o'clock because of fall break. The Goldbugs will be playing on Thursday night, so they're going to do a Wednesday night Coach's show, and we'll double up live from the 818 Diner. We invite you guys to all come down and enjoy a meal with us at 818. Talk to the coaches, get your questions answered live and in person. Final score for the final time. The Rangers fall at home tonight to Arkansas Monticello by a final score of 42-23. For all of us on the broadcast team, I'm Matt Adair saying good night, Ranger Nation.